All right, y'all. Because the crazy part is, I actually am here for the live, but I'm trying to get from my residential home to my outside tiny home so we can actually do our, our breather of sorts. All right, y'all. But I can't get the laptop wet, but I'm about to run through the rain to get to the tiny house on the other side. Y'all know I'm outside with nature, so let's go in. Protect the laptop. Protect the laptop. Go, go, go. Protect the MacBook. Okay. I think we made it. I'm like, I had the screen as far down as I possibly could. So now that I'm on the other side of woo, the rain, I'm like, get your trees, get your trees, get your snacks, whatever the case may be. Good morning, Sherwin. Rise and shine. Welcome to the live. I am going to be behind the scenes doing my thing today, y'all. Kind of like y'all do when y'all hang out with me. But again, I'm sure y'all can hear the rain that's going on. Again, I'm also getting set up outside, so I'm really trying to get y'all on screen so we can get into this thing for today. But also give me just a moment because I'm just like, it just seems like nothing is cooperating. So what we will do is we'll just thank God for this day. Thank you for letting us be here. It is October 9th. Happy 10/9 to everybody that's born today. Shout out to all the Libras. We are going to go ahead and get into the Bible verse of the day, which is in the description. It is 10/9. Again, happy birthday to everybody that's born today. And the Bible verse of the day is coming from Romans 10:9. From the New International Version, y'all can read along with me in the description. Y'all know the Bible verse of the day is always in the description. And it says, if you declare with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, and if you believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. And what we have going on right now in the state of events, when it's coming to politics, when it's dealing with, just everyday life that we have going on right now, it is definitely a point of where we need God and everything that we have going on. Again, y'all, I do apologize that I am still getting set up behind the scenes. I really thought I had everything set up, but again, as a one-woman revolution, sometimes things just do not work out like that. But I am a one-woman revolution, and I'm pretty much set up from now, so I should be able to switch the screen. I do thank y'all for y'all's patience and participation. I almost clicked finish, but that's not what I'm trying to do. Boom, switching of the screens. That's exactly what I was trying to do. So now that we have our screen switched, and again, we're here for another live. Today it is giving live chat. Oh, wow. I said this was our wake up call. I don't even like that this was a wake up call because wake up calls are in nature. Oopsie. Technically, y'all are, if y'all can hear the rain, y'all are outside of nature, but I totally did the live wrong. on accident. I didn't even change anything, and I meant to do that. But see how I'm saying stuff just seems like it just really does not work out the way I wanted to. I don't like stuff like that. But I do see someone has a Hurricane Milton live stream webcam. I do want to go ahead and check out that. I also saw we have Earth Cam. I'm not certain if y'all have ever heard of Earth Cam. I haven't really heard of Earth Cam. The first time that I ever heard of Earth Cam was actually today, because I was just trying to see some live satellite watch of what's going on with Hurricane Milton. Like I said, I'm outside. Yesterday my power was like going like in and out and stuff. Like it was getting a little annoying. It just literally started raining on my head out of nowhere. I was outside and it just literally gave me a little doop, and I was like, wow. So I do just want to see what's going on. It says it's a live streaming event from 10:02 a.m. and it is 10:02 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. God dog. And it's people just standing right there. They taking pictures. What's going on? What they doing? Look at that water splashing up on them. And they waving at us. Hey, thank y'all for giving us the footage, but fuck no, where they at? What part of the world is this in? Because these are people. Big, y'all is gonna get washed out into that water. Keep playing with this hurricane if you want to. That's some white people behavior right there, ain't it? They put on it. I ain't even gonna lie, because this is stuff that people be doing in my neighborhood. They'll get their canoes out and shit and start, when the water start flooding up to about right there, they'll start canoeing in that hole. I promise you, I've seen it with my own two eyes. I was like, I didn't even know these hoes had canoes. They pulled out them canoes and really went to rowing down the street because the street was flooded. And if they did it on our residential street, they'll definitely do it here. Now look, somebody told them to get they stupid asses, get out the, like, what are y'all doing? Y'all cannot be serious. Like, it's one thing to be right there, but like right there is insane. It's literally some white people stuff. And look at them taking pictures. Literally. Look, and he's telling them like, ma'am, sir, who? Y'all are cutting up. Like, okay, see, I will watch Hurricane Milton from right here. We could have watched them slaves. We could have watched them waves rush onto the shore right from the internet. I can't believe they out there taking pictures. Like, that is the part that's getting me. Like, what is going on? But see, that's why I'm like, wherever this is, because this is, it says Plumlee Beach Camp. God dang. That's why I'm like, move this right here so I can see where this is at. Because, but obviously I should know where this is at based off of this, because I know that there are people that talk about this particular thing all the time. And I have no idea, because my parents actually went there, and I was like, if y'all go there, wave at me from the camera. They didn't know what I was talking about. But I'm like, this is where people go. I think this is the place that's the border between Mexico and Florida, California, the U.S. Is that what it is? I'm really not certain. But bitch, look at this camera shaking. Bitch, it's about to get real. This camera is rickety-rockety. Ooh, because that's what I was trying to see. Because I'm just like, y'all, what if somebody's cameras get knocked down because the wind and the rain and all that kind of stuff? That's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on the live cam of a camera that's actually right off of the place. Because I'm just like, look at them. And then she got her hands up like, this the best thing ever. Girl, it's a hurricane, and it's category 5. First of all, the place that's got waters raging like this seems like it would be a mandatory evacuation spot. So the fact that she is just out there, they're just out there taking pictures, I don't want to call them dumb. I do not want to call them dumb, because I be doing stupid stuff too, especially when it, like I said, I done been in a hurricane going to the tree, man, okay? Listen, I've been the only one on these roads like this looking crazy. Looking crazy on the spot cam. Well, I just had to go get some trees. Did you? Was the trees really that important? Yes. Yes, they were. The trees were very much that important, but not. I don't even think that was a Category 5 hurricane. Honestly, I think it was like Irma or something like that. I don't even know which one it was, because I'm a Florida baby, so it's so many hurricanes that we didn't have to live through. But the fact they ain't even got on no shirts, they just out there like letting the waters race up on them. Okay, now some lightning come and strike y'all, or some god doggone animals from in the water come up and then got pushed forward, come and rush up on y'all, because y'all know how the sharks and the alligators and stuff, they washing up on the shores. Now I don't know exactly where they at, but like I said, the fact that they got that out there, and he's so far, but like I think it's somebody over there. I don't even know. I could just be talking, but I see somebody right there, because I'm just like, see monkey do it. They stupid people do stupid things. They saw one person out there taking picture and was like, ooh, let me go. Why is your car even that close? Where are you going if you in the car? They ain't have nowhere to evacuate to. They said we just gonna ride around. Ooh, or maybe they wanted a picture. Baby, that water is too much for me to play with, okay? And I can swim. I don't play like that. That's why I said, y'all, this is serious business. If y'all have pool floaties, use them mugs as life preservers. Do not be, listen, I'm telling y'all, this is the only thing I can think of to help save y'all lives, okay? Because y'all know I'm not in the business of saving lives, because that's Jesus' job and the doctors and everybody else that do stuff. But at the same time, I would just give y'all the real deal spill, the truth, the information. If y'all don't have no pool with no, that's why pools have life preservers around them. Use them pool floats, blow them up, use them as inflatables, especially if y'all can't swim. Especially the ones that can lay out as a bed, use them as a life raft. I'm not playing. Y'all don't know what's going on, what's happening, we don't know. All we know is it's something that is always going on, because as a Florida baby, I'm like, we've been hit like this before, but the storms kind of weren't this close and didn't hit the home. They were like further in the water. But the fact that the storms is actually coming on land and stuff nowadays is just like, I mean, not that they didn't before, but I'm just saying, like, hurricanes weren't that bad. The last hurricane that was that bad in Florida would have been Andrew, and that was the one that was literally happened on my birthday. I was born when Hurricane Andrew was happening. They sent my mama home, and on my birthing video, you see the wind and the rain. I'm getting knocked around in my little car seat trying to go home. Child, a trip. It was a trip. It was a trip, and that's all I'm like, I cannot believe. And it says this is live stream. It's 10:07. It's 10:08 Eastern Standard Time, but it does say 10:07 and 57 seconds. So I guess it would be a little bit behind, obviously, because I'm in real time. But obviously the cameras are too. But this camera right here that's shaking, this the one that's getting me. Because wherever this camera is very steady. And it must be one of those Axel cameras that's like inside of the little cups that sit on top of buildings. Because I think this one on top of a pole or something. I think this one is on a pole, baby. This one look like it's on the back of somebody's house. Shout out to whoever this is, because I'm like, this look like it's the back of the house. And then this is actually the beach. Now, I'm not certain if this is Plumley. I've never heard of Plumley, and I don't know where Plumley is. But I just know, like I said, I hear the rain coming down in my area. Like I said, I know I'm in Florida. I'm definitely praying for each and every one of us, because here we go again. I don't know if it's because they playing with the, what's it called? Hydro flacking. Well, is it called flacking, where the hydro things and the stuff is in it? Because I was like, once I found out about that, I was like, well, that don't seem good for us, because if it's something that's a whole bunch amount of pressure, gas and all that kind of stuff being released, I think that's good for the earth. Because see, Kamalayer and her crew don't know how to do it. See, at least Donnie know how to find the right people to know how to safely, because we ain't never had no issues like this. Like I said, it has not been this bad with all the stuff that they're doing. I mean, it's been extremely hot due to the climate change. But again, with the whole flacking, like they said, we need to safely use these fossil fuels and natural gas from the earth. Because y'all, I'm a naturalist. I'm a super natural girl at that, okay? It's in the bio. So I'm all for the naturalness of it all. But I'm just like, not when it comes to stuff like this, because baby, that's just a little too much for me. And the fact that they just over there, it's like when you have them roller coasters, and then when the drop comes and everybody just standing around waiting to get splashed. That's literally what's going on right here. Because why are y'all outside of y'all home? It's given just like when we had COVID and it was mandatory stay home. It need to be mandatory stay home if you are in a state that is being affected by this, because people go out and do dumb things and then want to blame it on the government, saying, well, why didn't y'all say everybody needs to stay home? Look at what's going on. Why would you take us out there? Like, and then y'all see, that's what I'm saying. If the power of the hand lies in the people cannot be stupid. And I don't want to call y'all stupid, but I'm just saying the ones that are stupid. So we got to use what we were given to think with, so we, are thinking properly. Because why are all of them out there? And they just keep coming. They just piss. Look at that. Pissing me off. Big old gush of water. And they just standing there. Taking, not even just standing there, but taking pictures. Do they have children? Do you care about your children? Because the fact that you could even go out there and what's a category 5, I don't care. Because like I said, anything could happen. I mean, lightning could strike. I mean, literally somebody could just get, a wave could get so bad, it just come and just take you. Because, baby, God do what he want to do. That's what I know for a fact. So if God just want to, whoosh, said y'all getting on his nerves. I don't even want to say it like that, because I don't even want to put jokes on God like that. But God a comedian. He stayed with the jokes. Y'all know. Look at y'all life. My life is a joke, too. A ghetto fairy tale. But I'm actively getting what God wants from y'all. Y'all know I laugh to cope. It's dark humor. laugh to keep from crying. That's what I call it. But I cannot believe them really outside, arms up, open wide, just really shooting the breeze. It's so strange to me. It's so caucus to me, because nothing about my black ass. I'm outside of my own house, okay? So just in case I gotta run back inside, I could do that. They all the way outside their house. Because again, it's one thing for you to be this person, because it ain't even too much going on where they at. I mean, the sky's still blue. It's gray over there. And then this same band keep coming around. At first, I thought this was a god doggone patrol or something. But, child, this probably somebody getting some content or something. Because this same black truck coming back around. These people so... Oh, my goodness. I'm like, did they move the camera? Oh, because I'm like, what's that noise? But they keep moving their camera. So it's just a little bird chirp every time to make it sound real natural. So that way when these things are moving in nature, it sounds like it's a part of nature. Whoever made this little camera, I'm a fan of it. That's why I said it must be an Axel camera. They must be using Axel cameras. Or Axis, or whatever it's called. But I know them mugs rotate. Because I'm like, is all of this Plumley? No, this is Cape Coral. This is... What is that? Matchla? I ain't never heard of that. Matchla Bridge, eastbound. So that's why I said this must be outside somebody's house. And is Cape Coral looking around their neighborhood, making sure ain't nothing happen. I know that's right. Cape Coral said we're going to make sure our neighborhood is safe. I know that's right. Because look, that's why I'm like, they need to move this so I can figure out where this is. But like I said, I think it's in California. I don't know. I have no idea. Like I said, I've seen it before. Because I think that's the one camera that when you are going to Mexico, your family can see you at. That's I'm like, I think that's what it is. But I'm also not certain. So definitely do not quote me on any of that. But I need to immediately like this live stream. Because shout out to them for bringing us to live. I bet you this is a subscribers only live chat. Oh no, everybody can talk. Okay, well let me give it some reactions. Because yes, thank you for bringing us this live and giving us some live coverage. I can greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Because I'm like, oh, it's up here. Southernmost point of USA, Key West, Florida. That's what it is. That's why I said I think that's the place where people go when they're going to another state. And it's the place where they be like, you can stand on the camera and see your family. So it's the southern west point of the US, which is Key West. That's why I was like, I thought it was California and Mexico. But it's further south, which is the southwest point. So it's it's been right there the whole time. Lord Jesus. I'm just not paying attention to it. It was Key West, Florida. Lord Jesus. Tampa Bay. Y'all know what's stuck in your face. I know y'all was looking at the computer like, Key West. Key West. Because I can't believe it's been right there the whole time. That's the part that got me. Sitting there like, what part of the world is this in? Okay, first of all, I feel better. Because I didn't always see the fact that it was Key West. Maybe because I changed my screen. That's what let me know that it was Key West. But now we know the southernmost point of the U.S. and Key West. So that lets us know that they're like me. There's some Floridians. And see, that's why people don't like Florida. And that's why I say I do my best to not only change, my community around me, my city. Because people talk about my city bad. They talk about Duval real bad. They talk about Florida real bad. And they talk about the U.S. real bad. And I'm in a matter of changing all of that, because it's just like we got to be smarter, because that's why I'm just like stupid. Why would you get your stupid? Y'all see they ain't black. That's also the fact of the matter. You see who it is out there. It's the caucus people, because the black people are, first of all, can't afford to live in the Key West. Yeah, I hate to say it like that, but the Keys is hella expensive. That's the place where you retire at. So I guess they done live life. They done got enough money. They could do whatever. They don't even look like she got on shoes for real. They know they can make me mad. Just she can get on the internet and say, did you see me? Did you see me? I did. I was there. I was there. At 10:16. 10:16, I was there. Girl. No. Girl, get in the house. Immediately in the house. Because I can't believe this. Oh, shoot. They done got some money. Shout out to them. Let me like this. Hey, they got $5. Man, the Fortnite events keep getting more and more realistic. Huh? That's something that happened on Fortnite? I'm like, yeah, ¿qué pasa? Y'all, my ear just popped. Y'all know I've been having issues with my ear, so if I was mad loud prior to, I would say I apologize, but it is what it is. But I'm trying to figure out the Fortnite game, what they're trying to say. And look, they got slow mode on. Oh, which part of the camera on? We can hear. Like, which camera is that? It might be them. The one that got the bird. The toot. Oh, that was a terrible bird sound. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But that's why I be telling y'all, don't be afraid to send me super chats, super stickers, all that kind of good stuff. All that good stuff. Wow. Not bye-bye, Florida. Don't do us like that. Don't do us like that, because y'all been trying to get rid of us. Look, y'all been trying to get rid of us for the longest. This what y'all trying to do? Y'all, but for real, let's talk about it, because they did say they was trying to wipe out Florida because of the election. Y'all know it's an election year, and they said that we're going to have these hurricanes and storms up until, like, the end of November. And they said that it's really just trying to, you know, knock Florida out. But it's just like, you can't knock a whole state out of an election. If that's the case, bitch, y'all going to have to postpone the election. Y'all got to postpone it until Florida till we can cast our votes. Because, bitch, don't try to keep us out of the election. Because we got something to say about you, come a liar. And I say it right here on my platform where my opinions matter. And on that ballot. Yeah. Okay. So I'm like, y'all better vote right. So things don't go left. Even more left. Because they already left. And look at what we left with. I'm just telling y'all. Vote right. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Child, and I was just about to say, okay, finally people not going over there no more. But he just like, he need his moment because everybody else is over there. Why the fuck he look like he ready to end it all? Oh, he wanted to wave. He wanted to wave with the waves. He don't even know what to do. Because I'm just like, he sat down like he was ready to end it all. Like, take me now if you want to. Like, I guess he wanted to tell his family and friends, if this is the last time you see me, check me out on the... God dang, good thing he left just in time. That, again, I surf, I swim, I competitively swim. I love everything about swimming, okay? Them waves, that water is not anything to play with. Ooh, oh, that's the sky. Because I'm like, who was trying to get... I thought it was further back into the waves, but it's the sky. But they did say the sky is just, you know, the water, the ocean in reverse. The heavens, you know, ocean, I guess, pretty much. But the fact between Tampa and Keys, I wonder what my local beach looks like. So let's go ahead and go to, wait, let me see, because I actually have it on my iPad. So let me see if I can airdrop. I actually can. Oh shoot, but it might pull up the wrong thing. Hopefully it cooperates. We'll see. Ooh, it cooperated. Check us out. So this is the EarthCam Hall of Fame. Like it says, discover the EarthCam network through the eyes of our fans. So, oh, it looks like this is the World Trade Center. That's something like, have y'all ever heard of EarthCam? Apparently you can connect your camera kind of like these people do. Have it connected. If you have a camera outside of your home or locally, whatever the case may be, it's like a puppy place locally. It's like only 3 parts of my city have the camera: the fields, someone's home, and it was one other place. Oh, the doggy place. Okay, so apparently this is Naples right now. As I said, I want to see what Florida is looking like because they're out surfing. Honestly, the best waves do come when the storms come. And that's why I'm like, babe, I'm a surfer, so I completely get it. Okay. Well, it looks like we got an ad. So we get to welcome to Naples, Florida. EarthCam presented by spectacular sunrise over Naples Bay and sunsets over the Gulf of Mexico. So it's a few clouds, 84 degrees. So I guess that's what the people give as stats. Well, this website gives as stats. And these are the people that brought us this actual webcam. Ooh, and you can see the time lapse. So this would be like the beach. So that's why I'm like, I don't know why our beach doesn't have one, but our stadium has one. It's just like, okay, but people come for the beach. I guess people come from the cam, but people come for the beach. So this is what we have going on at the Naples Pier. See, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Okay, let's see what's going on Inglewood, Florida. It's not terrible. Yet, because honestly, it's still making its way downtown. All right, so fast. I ain't even here because my dad was like, "Yeah, babe, you gotta wait until about 10 o'clock tonight." No, he said about 10 o'clock, and I was like, "Oh, 10 a.m." He was like, "PM, girl, PM, 10 o'clock PM tonight." It's like, oh, okay. So that's Washington. We don't really need California because I'm like, they not really being affected by anything. Oh, there's Canada. That's what I'm like, have I ever used EarthCam? Oh, Canada looks really good. Lincoln Harbor Cam. Hey, y'all know I mix with Chicago. Okay. Okay. So it's looking good. Wait, and it has the field in the background. So cute. I didn't even realize that. Every area, every area does not have its own background because Philly did not decide to put anything, but it's the free library because aren't all libraries free? Aren't all libraries public? Wait, can we turn? Check out my 360 playlist, but it's not live. See, if it's not a live 360, it's y'all. See, that's why I wish I had my 360 camera because I really could have done, and it's waterproof. I could have done a That's why I said they on top of buildings. Oh, that's why I'm like, subscribe for the vibe. Subscribe so I can get me another 360 camera. Ooh, Virgin Island looks beautiful at 10:23 a.m. I mean, gorgeous. And this is live. Okay, so yeah, we on a live action. It looks stunning. Let's check out what Milton has going on. Let's make sure. Look at them. Look at them with a raincoat on getting slapped. Looking like the god doggone statue. Looking like the god doggone statue up there just with their hands up getting splashed by this water. And look, that's what I'm like, this camera right here that's shaking. Where was this one at again? Whatever the Malacha Bridge is. Wherever, and I hope I'm saying it correctly because I don't even know where that is. But the way that camera is shaking. And look at these trees. These trees are so big, and at the top of the trees are shaking. Yeah, it's definitely went up there. Because, y'all, my neighborhood animals, my normal neighborhood animals are not out. I mean, I haven't seen... Ooh, I just saw a bird. Okay, so I feel better about life. I was about to say, I haven't seen the normal birds. I ain't getting no cicadas doing it because that little annoying noise they do. I mean, I'm like, I ain't see our neighborhood rooster. I ain't hear our neighborhood rooster. I ain't see the neighborhood chickens. Don't ask me why we had this random stuff in my very Caucasian neighborhood. But again, I live in a very Caucasian neighborhood. So it's very, I don't know where them things came from. I think at one point in time, my very Caucasian neighbors probably had these things as pets. And these pets just then escaped to the other parts of the neighborhood and stuff like that. Because I don't understand why we would have them. And they feel like they are so cool because I do want to go to this spot. I'm not going to lie because, like I said, a lot of travelers do go here. I do want to go to this spot, not for a hurricane, but just to be on the camera on a day where I'm not risking my life because I'm not willing to do that. I mean, that's crazy. I'm like, that's crazy. So let's go back to the Earth Cam. Like I said, I'm like, let's see. Florida. I was about to put Hurricane Milton. Let's just see Florida live. Okay, Florida State. Okay, so let's do a Milton live watch and see where it's gonna get, because like I want to see the mug. Or where's the satellite thing? How do y'all do that from the satellite? Do I like NBC? I don't know, because I know I like Fox, because I'm just realizing about the news, and I didn't realize they were allowed to be so political and literally pick sides and all that kind of stuff. So now that I know that is stuff that they could do, I'm like, I'm being very cognizant, because I don't know if it's NBC that I like. Okay, maybe Milton, Florida got us. I'm like, maybe, hopefully. I am the Venus of the night. What? What you mean no immediate file available? What would be the point of that? Now they say no streaming available. Because I want to see it from the ocean. Okay, we'll just go with seeing it. Okay, so no, I need a Milton storm tracker. That's what I need. No. Why'd you ask me that? I'm not worried about where I'm at. Just give me the doggone information. Look, I'm talking about just give me the doggone information. Okay, we'll maybe go with weather. Because I'm just like, what do I have to do? I know my privacy matters. Amen. 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 Okay. So, hide this because I don't want to see this. I just want to pull the page up. So I guess I'm going to pull the page up this way, honey. Well, that's not what I was trying to do. Okay. There we go. Because, let's see. Because I'm like, is this, oh, shit, Taki. Because I'm like, is this what we supposed to be? No, we supposed to be over here. God dang. This, whoa. Wow. So this is why because this is Cape Coral. So this is why they're getting those big old splashes like that. Because, whoa. I was not expecting that. This big. Because normally they be like just this amount, right? About like just this amount. And then like this is pretty big as well. But for this, oh, wow. And that's why I'm like, it's not even here yet. That's why my dad was like, you got about till 10 o'clock tonight. Oh, my God. Because it hasn't even made its way. Because I'm like, where is it going? Like this way? Oh, and that's why everybody on this side. Wow. So it's giving. Okay, so this is my thing. Because I'm like, if we have all of this water here, and everywhere else, why do they hydro stuff just right here in these areas? I understand we're supposed to naturally get our fuels, fossils, and all that other kind of stuff. But why were they going to do mixed pressure into the earth and stuff? Why do they do it in this area? Why they can't get it from over, like, what is going on? What is going on? Because even so, like it says rain. Because, like, what does this part mean? Like, okay, so this must be red. Red is, like, the hardest. Because what the fuck is white? Like, why would it phase out to a white? But I do see where it's a lot of red. So I'm just like I said, my power glitching and stuff, like I said, because I'm in Florida. I'm just like, sheesh. Because I'm like, let's look at the live webcam again, because they're in Cape Coral, and that's why the waves are so strong here. And that's the Keys, because this is Cape Coral, and this is where it's at. Okay, because this is our live footage, Cape Coral, and then we have Cape Coral right here. But Cape Coral looks pretty good. It is the Keys that has all of this. Oh, because that also is more water. Let me get my geography together, because y'all know I'm not the best at it. So now is the time to learn, because I'm like, well, it's the southernmost point. The Keys got to be down here. Yeah, they better get that in that house, baby, because y'all ain't got even enough land for real. Nobody to come and help y'all. Y'all in the middle of the nowhere. How was that even considered Florida? What? When they taught me about Key West when I was in school, y'all, why I thought it was down the street from me. I'm talking about it's more south than Miami. Like, what? They all the way down there. And that's why they keep getting, because they in the middle of the ocean. That's why I'm like, baby, y'all, yeah, keep playing in the water. Y'all really going to be in that middle of that ocean. Keep playing. I don't know how it's just green right here. I don't know how, because, oh, wait a minute. Because it's down here. Hold on now. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. No, something ain't making sense. Something not making sense. Because if this is keys and the waves look like this in the keys, but it's further away from them, because the big part of it is so much closer to Cape Coral, and the trees just stopped blowing. Oh, okay, they back. Well, they ain't even blowing like they was, because they was blowing like that. But the trees are now I see what they saying when they say it's another one coming, because there's no reason. I'm just, as a math and science person, I'm just like, from where that camera is, I don't know where it is, but I know it's got to be, God doggone it, right here, somewhere right here. And look at what's right here. Water. It's a little bit of green right here, which is literally where they're at. And this is the airport. So that thing has to be somewhere around here, because like I said, it's a tourist attraction. But what the heck is this? Because you don't leave stuff behind when you're already here. It's like, yeah, but no, not that much. Like, it's still like something else, like, especially for it to still be red and yellow on this part. That's why I said, let me see that satellite that y'all be looking at, because this how I knew this hurricane was coming. And I was kind of hoping that it wasn't, because when the last hurricane that we had, the hell was that? There's been so many of them. And that's why I'm just like, Helene, because I think that's how she pronounced her name. When Helene came, someone was like, y'all, there's another one coming. And then when this one came, they was like, y'all, it's 2 more on the map. And then that's when they said they basically trying to take off Florida and all that other kind of stuff, because it's election year and all that other kind of stuff. I'm just telling y'all what I heard. I tell you my opinions where they matter, my platform, okay? And that ballot. Y'all know what I also thought about too? I feel like they don't want us to tell who we're voting for, because I was looking at someone do a public interview, and they were asking, like, who are you voting for and all this other kind of stuff. And the person was like, you know, that's really no one's business who I'm voting for. It's confidential information. I feel like they never wanted us to show them ballots, because they never wanted it to have a record of account of who is actually voting for who. I feel like it is imperative that we speak on who we're voting for, so there is a record of accounts of who voted for who. Because if they say it's been 63,000 votes in some state, and then, you know, 50,000 people saying, well, I didn't vote for that person, you know, we need to have checks and balances. I literally feel like a lot of the silence that was going on when y'all were growing up, and I'm talking about old people, because like I said, I was only here from the 90s on down, but that was so they could do a BS to y'all. Y'all were silent so they could literally do BS. And I'm just here to tell y'all, baby, that's why millennials don't stand for it. We're not standing for none of that, because absolutely not. Now, y'all, I am looking for my public watch later playlist. I'm like, hopefully we get onto it at some point in time. But I have so many, as I said, I have so many public and private playlists. I done skipped over it. So let me find it, y'all. Because I'm just like, where is it? What would have been the last thing that I saved to it? Okay, here it is. Here it is. Because, again, I can't believe that I made this a wake-up call. Because it's supposed to be a live chat and react. Like, that is so bogus. I can't even believe that I would make this a wake-up call. I guess the wake-up call, we're going to have to turn this into some point of a wake-up call. Because I guess that's what God wanted it to be. Because, oh yeah, because my morning lives are typically wake-up calls. But like I said, it's just a matter of these people... like I said, I really feel like they're trying to bamboozle us. I don't even know. Well, I guess bamboozle would be a good word to use. So yeah, that's what we'll go with. Bamboozle. That is what we'll go with. And that's what I'm just like, let me see. I'm like, I do want to mute this, but I want to keep it going, because I do want to be able to click back and see what's going on live. It's good to see no one is over there right now, but child, they've been over there since I clicked onto this live, and we've been on live for a good 45 minutes. So it's good to see after 45 minutes, there's finally not someone over there with these waves. Excuse me, these people are a trip. Trip, I tell you. So I'm like, do I want to get into Miss Candace? Honestly, if we're going to have a wake-up call and we are talking about politicking, I really love for us to have the facts of the matter, because like I said, I'm somebody that's just now getting into politics, and I never thought that I would like politics as much as I do, because I don't like history. Yeah, that's the case. I don't like the stuff that has to do with the science of history, whether it's geography, whether it's history, whatever the case may be. Politics, I have not fancied it, and I've only had one friend that's black, especially, that has been into politics. She had a whole podcast about it. It was called, I think she still has, Trap Politics, and I really need her to bring it back, because I wish I had my phone out here, because I would definitely call my sister, because I'm just like, Trap Politics was her thing. Trap all it ticks. I think that's how it was. That's why I'm just like, ugh. Close the door behind you, leave your key. Because I'm just like, I don't even know if this is hers, because I'm like, someone else has Trap Politics? Who knows? Girl, now I got 10 notifications. Look, now I got 10 notifications. I need to get on Facebook. But again, we're not here for that, because I was just talking about that. Okay, so yeah, I guess for our AM wake-up call, because I'm like, we could get into that, because like I said, I like for us to have the facts of the matter. At this point, well, I guess I could add it to the watch later, but I was going to say, at this point, I need to start a politics watch later, but nah, because I want y'all to see pretty much everything that I add to my watch later list, so we can come to it. So I guess for a wake-up call, we definitely could go ahead and get into Miss Candace, our fellow earth sign girly. When I tell you I love me some Miss Candace, Miss Candace is that girl. So also, let's get our playback speed together. Let's get our playback speed in, yeah, to do 1.1. Okay, so let's play, but skip through Candace intro, because Candace is like me, baby. She a black woman. She take a little moment to get on the live.
All right, we are late today, but I promise you I'm going to make it worth the wait.
Look, that's why I said she's a black woman like me. We be a little late for the live, but that is when I tell you, my girl. That's why I'm like, I feel like since I accidentally, because it's supposed to be a live chat and react, and I accidentally titled it as a wake-up call, with it accidentally being titled as a wake-up call. But y'all know I'm always where God wants me to be, doing my Jesus thing, because y'all know I'm 32, and Jesus was 32 and a half when, you know, he was turned up to the max. Let's put it like that. All right, because I'm like, I don't want to say I'm gonna take myself, you know, out. The Lord gonna take me out, but I'm just gonna say when Jesus was 32 and a half when God used him. That's how we'll say it, because that's exactly what it is. So with that being said, I am a vessel. I am actively doing God's will. Y'all know I am a good steward. Be a good steward. Y'all know I have my bags Bible study, because the only way to the bag is to be a good steward of God's will and word. So at this point, I feel like we could go ahead and just get into a live chat, because besides Hurricane Milton, and I just wanted to do a check-in with everyone, see how everyone is doing, make sure everyone is staying safe, because when we have to deal with these hurricanes, I know that it is a lot. It's a lot on each and every one of us, especially if you are in Florida, especially the Keys, whatever the case may be. It's a lot. It's a lot on each and every one of us. So prayers for everyone, prayers for everyone around the country, because even if you're not dealing with this hurricane, we are still dealing with the politicking and all that other kind of stuff in life. So let's go ahead and get into it, because I'm like, Miss Candace is going to give us the information as we appreciate. And I'm just like, hold on, y'all, because
First and foremost, Black America has spoken. I have been laughing since yesterday, looking through all of your comments pertaining to Kamala Harris washing greens in her bathtub.
She is so funny because yeah, when she said that when Kamalaya got up there and said that she washes her collard greens in the bathtub, that's so like baby, well, that's how we know you are not black because black people would never. There's not a thing besides a body that a black person will wash with a dog. I mean, you could wash your pet in the bathtub and people will talk about you crazy because that's how we wash our bodies. You better wash that dog outside. That's how black people. I'm telling you, you better have your own little tub or something because kids bathe in there, people bathe in there. We don't put animals. And if you do, you really love them animals, and that's your baby. And they actively get cleaned. It ain't just cleaned once every quarter or something like that. The babies get washed once a week or something like that. But yeah, you talking about you washing greens in the bathtub, baby. Again, that solidifies the fact that you are not a black woman. No black grandmama ever taught you to wash no collard greens in the tub. Cause baby, one thing about it, you know how many black grandmas had to feed families of many, and you said it was so many people over. I had to wash the greens in the bathtub. That hoe said she put bacon, she put vinegar, she made the most white people collard greens I had ever heard of. I was just like, okay, yes for the bacon. Okay, I mean, not for the bacon. Yes for the vinegar, cause bitch, put some ham hocks in that mug. Put some turkey necks in that mug. Like bacon, don't stop at the bacon. The bacon is not for the god doggone collard greens. There's so many other meats that you could put in god doggone collard greens. Neck bones, turkey necks. I mean, it's so many other things. But you put god doggone bacon? No, and then said we ran out of bacon and had to go get some more bacon. Like bacon, baby, bacon is for breakfast. Collard greens, no. Again, that's some white people stuff to put bacon. I mean, because that's the only thing that you probably think, oh, I guess because ham hocks and all the other kind of stuff is the black stuff that's ghetto and slave trade and all that kind of stuff. But it's good. I ain't eating them pig feet or nothing like that. But when it comes to them greens, ooh, maybe between my grandma and my Aunt Lena. And I appreciate my Aunt Lena for actually teaching me how to actually wash greens. I never actually watched her cook greens, but I should have paid more attention. In the back of my mind, I can subconsciously see it to actually redo it. And she's still alive. I'm saying it like my Aunt Lena not alive. Because, baby, I need to tell Shekinah to record her mama making us some greens. Baby, we need that recipe. Because, baby, my people ain't got recipe books. That's what we fell off at the generation of actually having recipe books. But it's okay.
That's so disgusting. We're going to get to some of those comments later to make us laugh a bit.
She said also disgusting. Exactly. That's why I love Kendra, because also disgusting. Because, baby, not you told people you wash collard greens in the bathtub. Don't eat from your house. And that's what we telling, I hate to say it, but white people, caucus people, that's why we be little nerds to eat from your house on potlucks and stuff like that. Because imagine you washing your shit in a tub and then want to feed it to us. I think you got us up.
First, we have to get to this. I came across another explosive revelation pertaining to Kamala Harris's ancestry, and I am not kidding. If after this, the media does not completely stop trying to sell her as a black woman to us, I'm going to have to participate in one of these CNN-type peaceful protests.
And the thing about it is, I don't even care about her wanting to be a black woman. I care about her lying so much. And I care about people when I say, who are you voting for? And they say her. And I say, why? And they say some stupid shit like, oh, she's black. Oh, she's a woman. Oh, she's a part of the Greek life with me. I mean, there's so many stupid reasons. Like I said, again, I can understand why people have that notion because at one point in time, the ignorance in myself had that same notion. Like I said, I steered away from the news. I steered away from politics. All this stuff was low-key scary to me. But you know what's even scarier? The state of our lives right now, okay? So with the state of my life being so scary right now, that's what made me tune in to tap in. And once I got to the facts of the matter and I realized this is actually fun, this is something that I would enjoy doing, instead of trying to make me get my PhD, it should have made me be a politician. I could have did this. And I see why people do it, especially truth seekers, change makers, the validators. I just thought that rhymed. So I went with it. Because validating really doesn't matter. But it just like I said. Now, it's one bird out here. I'm about saying, y'all, I'm glad it made that noise. Because I'm like, it ain't no other birds out here. And you was the only one that decided to bring yours out here. Everybody else done migrated to safety. It's no other birds out here claiming their territory like they typically do at 9, 10 in the morning. Baby, fine, baby, that's why you're the only one out here claiming your territory. Because if y'all didn't know, birds make all that noise so they can claim their territory. Nobody's coming to get your space today, I promise. I'm gonna get them flew away because I'm just like, yeah, baby, nobody's out here today. The animals are safe and sound somewhere else. They not flying out at the beach. They not flying out in the water. They not flying out here, and they damn ain't in the Key West. Okay, the animals have evacuated. Like they said, the animals have better instincts than human. I had to realize I ain't seen my neighborhood cats in a day or two. I've been a little late, but at the same time, I ain't seen no bird. Like I said, we got neighborhood chickens. We got them geese. Ain't seen them. They was migrating to safety the last time I saw them, huh? And they said them animals have better instincts than humans. And that's the wake-up call of it all, too. But I guess we're right. Even though it's a live chat, I'm react. Yes, to the wake-up call.
That's all I'm saying. So let's just jump right into this and get started. Welcome back to Candace.
I love her.
All right, we're going to go through a lot of this slowly because I want you guys to be able to process this. It's a lot of names, a lot of moving parts, and we're going to show you the charts so that you can follow along.
She did it. Oh my God. This is why I love this one. Do y'all remember somebody asked her in the comments, because we read the comments on our live chat and react. Someone asked her to make a chart of all these people that she's naming so we can follow along, because we have white people that they're making black people. So we have white Iris, we have black Iris, we have Donald, we have the brother, we have the daddy, we have her, we have her mom. It's so many different moving parts and music people. And Candace actually came through and gave us a chart, because that's how serious she is about this. Because if this is what they're going to pander, and this going to, now I'm about to say, it kind of does matter. But I don't want to say, because I don't want to say that race has anything to do with it, but Kamala is the one that's putting race out there. You want to go get black men to get the black vote. At least Donnie know that he's a white man trying to get black people vote. And that's what I'm saying. At least it could be out there. You a wannabe black woman trying to get the black vote. Going to get Orlando Magic Johnson. Girl, don't really care about him and his AIDS surviving. It's because just like, baby, we still looking at him like, you still is the first conspiracy theory of it all, sir. They've been conspiring, calling us conspiracy theorists. You was the one that, I got this, and it ain't no cure for it, but you still alive, and you wasn't messing with men. Please, and your, I say, and your son come out like him, but still, I guess that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But yeah, she made it about that, so I guess we do have to talk about it. 32, because when she want to start code switching. And it's so crazy because she starts code switching to speak Ebonics, and black people start code switching to speak culturally white. And you code switch to speak Ebonics. Ho, you don't speak like that. That's what I'm saying, because see, that's how black people talk. Because I'm a real deal black. I'm a real deal black girl out here. Okay, a real deal black girl out here. And that's what I said, by the time I'm 35, like Candace age, I want to have my platform together. Because that's all I'm like, baby. I'm going to learn. Ooh, I told y'all this is my golden year. So many things have happened to it. Oh, so many revelations. So much goodness.
So where to begin? Okay. It has long been a conspiracy theory that democracy is really just an illusion.
Baby, when I told y'all, not I'm reading right along and we talking about conspiracy. Because I told y'all, why would they make me think of a conspiracy theorist when they have been conspiring this whole time? It would be one thing if you weren't conspiring. But the fact that you always have been, and gaslit us into calling us conspiracy theorists. Wow.
There's just kind of these forces that are really controlling everything, that presidents and political leaders around the world are really just being bred, essentially. That their background stories are created, and then they're just sort of injected into the political scene. Doesn't matter.
Yes. Just like they do with, I'm about to say every celebrity, yeah. Whether it's an entertainer, just like Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer's real name is Lauren. Lauren. Okay? They called her Keke for whatever reason in the family. They heard Sharon, her mama, calling her Keke because she's been introduced to them as Lauren. But, you know, like my mama named Andrea, baby, her nickname Pat. So when people see Pat, it's just like, well, what is that? And it's like, that's my family nickname. Just like my name is Kadria. My nickname is Dee Dee. My nickname Dee Dee. It was like, where did y'all get that from? I have no idea where Dee Dee came from, but that is one of my nicknames. Like, I understood KK. I understand K. I understand KD. I understand KB, because these are my initials. But Dee Dee always threw me off. Now, my middle initial is D. But Dee Dee, and I got cousins to this day that still call me Dee Dee. And my name is Kadria. That is so funny. But yeah, just in naming things, sheesh.
Whether or not you believe that or don't believe that, I just wanted to tell you that this is not a new thing. This is not a new conspiracy theory. So I'm now quite obsessed with the curious case of Donald J. Harris.
And she called it a curious case. a curious case, because he be lying for his sister. I mean, as he should, because he's supposed to have his sister back, but he be lying. But no, at the same time, because I don't like stuff like that, because even like Cardi B and that whole our mom is from Trinidad and all that stuff, I be wanting Hennessy to come out, and I want Hennessy to say that out her mouth. But I have never seen her say that. I've never seen her type that. I've never seen her not go along. Well, I'm saying she's never come out and told Cardi like our mom is not from Trini or anything like that. But even like, you know, oh, this was a good analogy. This was definitely the analogy that I could think about when I was okay, because I'm like, hold on. So the analogy that I was thinking about when I'm thinking about Kamalayer and everything that she has going on with her racial identity is it reminds me of Miss Spicy Girl when she was telling Cleo, well, you could have told him I'm black. Like, that's how she be doing it. She's just like, you know, well, just tell him I'm black. Like we said, a long time in Hollywood, they make up these fabricated stories of this lifestyle. Honestly, wasn't that even like Marilyn Monroe and people like that too? It was just like, well, act like you were just so impoverished and act like you are, or act like you came from a better background than you actually did. I don't even know what the case may be, but it's just like they'll just take certain things, fabricate and embellish other things to make this character, because that's really what it is. These are people's characters, which I can completely understand, because like I said, I'm someone whose name is Kadria, but my family calls me Munch, Summer, KK, KD, DD, whatever the case may be. So it's my mama name, Andrea. Call her Pat. Kiki Palmer. Her name is Lauren. We call her Kiki. All these celebrities, these are characters. This is not who you are, because who you are is who you are on that full first, middle, last name. That's what it is. If you have a middle name, because some people don't have middle names like Northwest. So that's just what it is. Because see, Northwest is always going to be the person. So whatever she does, what she does. But Nori would be the character. Nori would be the picture perfect person that Kim wants her to be. But Northwest is always going to be Northwest. And that's why I'm like, this Kamalayer, they have definitely, I don't even know if they created this person or if she's created this person. Like they said, from her Marxist daddy or whatever the case may be. But she seems to have pandered herself off like this for a long time. Because like I said, what does Judge Joe Brown have to get from lying about this woman? He's a judge. He's older than her. So he's a man. The trifecta of he's seen what he need to see when it comes to this woman in these legal spaces. So when he's talking about she's sleeping around with the judges and the attorneys and everybody else to get into these high spaces, you don't think those are his friends? Yes, she was a prosecutor. He's the fucking judge. You don't think everybody's kissing up to him, the judge, and trying to stay on the judge good side and telling the judge the information? Come on. Let's be so for real about things here. Let's be so for real about things.
Kamala notably has an estranged relationship with him. He said that, she has said that, and we know for a fact that he was a committed communist, and he also married a woman who was similarly a committed communist. That is incredibly relevant.
Because I didn't know that. And look at Candace. She said that is incredibly relevant. Candace, I'm with you when you're right, and I'm with you, girl, because I was not aware. Again, like I said, I just found out about what a doggone Marxist is. And the control tactics that they use and that they like, and that's how they thrive off of. Child, Marxists also pretty much sound like narcissists to me, child. That's what it was given. So that's why I'm like, oh, now I got to learn about communism too, because I'm just like, child, as an American, child, what's crazy is, for 3 decades, I was such a good American. I was so ignorant to everything that they have going on. But that's why I'm like, now I'm on the other end of being alive 3 decades. Like, I'm here in 32, and it's just like I said, the state of the way my life is right now, it's like that's what's more scary to me than actually learning about what politics is, actually learning about history. Because, I mean, like I said, at first, when I was younger, I thought it was, I thought history was intimidating. I thought it was scary. I thought politics, all that stuff was scary. But again, it does not scare me more than the cost of living right now. It does not scare me more than what my future will be if I don't make the changes, if I don't give my all for it to be what I would consider a better quality of life for each and every one of us. And that's pretty much what God gave me the words to say it like that. Amen. Amen, amen.
Okay. So I decided to obsessively revisit his piece that he wrote, Reflections of a Jamaican Father. And this time I was like, I'm going to fully commit myself to finding out as much as I can about every single line of this piece, particularly.
Okay, because that's true. It is very much a Jamaican father. That is very much the thing. But again, just because you are a white person born in Africa, that does not make you black. Just because you are a black person, I'm like the child born in Sweden, because that's just somewhere white. That does not make you white. It does not work like that. There are people that could be born in god doggone Germany. That's why there are white Germans. There are black Germans. Just because you are born somewhere, that does not change who you are just because you were born there. Yes, environmentally, you may have some factors that create your persona and personality from that environment, but that does not change who you are in your genetic makeup. That's what people have to understand. Just like there are black Americans, there are white Americans. Just because you're born again in Sweden and you're black, that does not make you white. That just makes you a black Swedish person. We have to make sure that we can understand these things. Because just because her daddy was born in Jamaica, if he was a white man that was born in Jamaica, he then just becomes a white Jamaican. That's it. If he's a black man that's born in Jamaica, what does that make him? Ding, ding, ding. I'm glad we're following. A black Jamaican.
Of course, pertaining to his missing mother, that's Beryl, Grandma Beryl, and his grandmother, Iris Finnegan, her great-grandmother that she was posted up with. And so I'm going to pull up this chart now so that you guys can follow along, okay?
Because she's so real. That's why I'm like, again, in the last live chat and react that we did, the comment definitely asked for her to make a chart so we can follow along with these people. And she gave us the chart, not only in words, but in pictures. And the list goes on. Because there is the father, the one that's supposed to be white, but born in Jamaica. Again, he is someone that is friends with, or I'm not even going to say friends, but Judge Joe Brown knows this man. Judge Joe Brown said this man is not a black man. I think he said that man is a god doggone British man. That's what it was. He was a British man born in Jamaica. I'm pretty sure that's what it said. I'm almost certain that's what it said. And then she put the question mark around was supposed to be Iris. Why don't we put the white Iris on here? Oh, well, yes, we did. She's right there. Okay. She's right there, right, because it's definitely who is that woman. That's why she put the question mark. Candace. I love it. Let's get into it.
So we see Donald Harris, and above him we know that his father is Oscar Joseph Harris, and then we've drawn this line across to Beryl Christie Finnegan. We just can't seem to find outside of that picture of her next to Kamala Harris, okay? And then, of course, above Oscar Joseph, we are told that his parents are Joseph Alexander and Christiana, Miss Christie Brown. So let's actually start, by the way, in the corner there we have Iris Allen Finnegan. That's Beryl's mother.
Okay, she's talking about, let's start in the corner. Iris and Finnegan. Okay, she said Iris Allen Finnegan. Okay. And that's Beryl's mother. That's Beryl's mother. Okay, thank you, girl, because we thank you for the chart, girl. Because Candace said, y'all ain't even got to look at me because it's not about Candace. It's about what Candace has to say. I know that's right, Candace. Amen. Amen, amen.
That is the one that Kamala is pictured with on her lap. She's a baby. Donald says that he photographed that photo of them sometime in the 60s, shortly after Kamala was born. That is our Iris Finnegan. And I said, I'm going to start with her. I'm going to obsessively read this piece. He writes that she is Iris Nay Finnegan. He writes incredibly affectionately about her.
Wow. And like Candace said, I just believe that woman is the help. That's all Candace said. I just believe that woman is the help. Wow. Wow. Like she said, she didn't talk about her black aunties and uncles, knowing that black people use aunties and uncles as your mama best friend. And it ain't even her mama friends. These are just older people. That's people that's older than her. So she just called them auntie. Oh my goodness. So I could just imagine, because she say auntie. Like, black people don't even say auntie. It's auntie. That's my auntie Heidi. I don't even call my other auntie. That's Shawnee. I took the end of the E and put it on her name because her name's Shawn. Auntie Shawnee. Not finna be calling you Auntie Shawn. You Shawnee. Just combine it together. Compound name. And she hates it, but I love it because, baby, I'm her only niece. Her only niece. That's my only Shawnee. Okay, I got an Auntie Hattie and an Auntie Sean. My parents, both of my parents have one sister.
What we know is that Iris was born Aura Iris Allen. Okay, it's important for you guys to remember that her maiden name is Allen. But we can't find her anywhere in the Jamaican newspaper archives.
Now she said, but we can't find her anywhere in the Jamaican newspaper archives. Wow.
Donald tells us in his piece that her ancestry is just completely unknown to him. So he has no idea who this woman, who he alleges had one of the greatest impacts upon his life, he has no idea where she descends from. We also find it a bit off-putting that he doesn't mention her husband by name.
Okay. Okay.
Simply calls him Mr. Christie. That would be his grandfather. Just one mention, that Mr. Christie, pardon. And guess what? We also could not find her husband, whose name is Patrick Finnegan, anywhere in the newspapers. It's odd because he tells us that they own a farm. He tells us that together, Iris Allen and her husband, Mr. Christie, who we believe should be Patrick Finnegan, tells us that they own and operate an entire sugarcane farm. So,
ooh, okay. So, yeah, she was definitely coming from a background of money. If that's the case, a whole sugarcane farm? Because, well, miss, I'm so middle. Okay, because I come from a family like that, too. So, let me shut up. My family owned a whole goddamn Universal Circus. So, there's that. So, I did grow up very middle class. But that's my grandparents' brothers. The grands are the ones that did that. So, my dad would be the next generation after that. And then me. But my dad would have been the startup of it all. And then I was the success of it all. So I definitely grew up middle class. And like I said, my grands, I've said this before, definitely grew up upper middle class. So yeah, again, now I see what Mama hate when I was trying to act all good and identity crisis and all that kind of stuff, trying to find my blackness. That's why I'm like, I understand how it is to try to find your identity, because as a black person that grew up having to be white, I had to kind of figure out who I was in the world. So that's why I said I get why someone that is, you know, a mix of races would be looking for some self-identity. But you don't have to lie. That's all I'm saying. Especially when you have parents that, like, know their culture versus black people that's just like, well, we may be slaves here. We may not be slaves. We may be indigenous. We may not be. You know, it's just like when you know that you're Indian and y'all come from XYZ, or you're Jewish and you come from XYZ, or you're Hispanic and you come from XYZ, you really, you know, you just, it's like you can get answers. Like you can get, so you don't have to lie. That's my boiling point. You don't have to lie.
Surely I should be able to locate them in the newspapers, a business section, selling, buying something. But
I get what she's saying. Because if they're business owners and they own a whole factory, you would think that there's some news reporting on them. Baby, I'm in the new doggone news for having perfect attendance. Kindergarten through 12th grade. So if they own a doggone business, she's right. There is my business made it to the newspaper. That just made me so happy. And that was this year. That's something, this year's been so good to me. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, it's been a year. I can't say that, but it's definitely been golden. I can definitely say that. So yeah, that's how I be trying to see where Kamala is coming from. But like I said, I just call it like it is. That's one thing I definitely do. And that's why they don't like that, but I don't care.
No, I could not. I want to be clear. That doesn't mean that we could not.
Same with her. She calls it like it is. And that's why I realize people do not like her. But that's why the more that I'm hearing from this woman, the more I'm realizing not only do I love her, but I am so much like her. I am so similar. And that's why I said by the time I am very much like her, Candace is 35, I'm 32. By the time I'm 32, like I said, I want my platform to be able to sit and be well-versed. And be, you know, not just in a live chat and react. I want to be the one bringing y'all the information. That's where I want to get to. Guess my nosy self should have went into journalism, but that was not something that was an option for me. It was PhD or nothing for me. That's how I was raised.
Find them at all. These people do exist. I can definitively tell you guys that Iris Finnegan did in fact exist. She just didn't own the farm. She worked it. She was
and like she said, she felt like Iris was the help. Let Candace find out she's the help. Come a liar. Let Candace find out, because she been saying that since day one. If you let, because like she said, she was going to leave you alone, but nobody messed with Janet Jackson. As soon as you mess with Janet Jackson, all bets were off. Because Janet is finally getting back to the point where she can be in the good grace of people she's touring, and you mess with Janet Jackson, leave her alone. Her daddy was already touching on her whole life. Leave that girl alone. Leave Janet alone. And I stand on that, and that's why Candace eat her up. That's why I'm with her. Eat her up, because, yes, as soon as you mess with Janet, now we mess with you, and we don't let up. Foot on your neck, and we not letting up. Because why did you think that you can go and mess? Oh, and Janet is a Taurus like Candace too. Ooh wee. Eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up for fun. Yum yum yum. Eat 'em up, eat 'em up.
Agricultural laborer. Okay, so how do we know that Iris Finnegan was an agricultural laborer and not a farm owner? Because of her son, Noel Pendergast. He listed her as an agricultural laborer on his
Wow.
documents for him to come into the United States because he was coming into work as an agricultural laborer. So I'm showing you those documents.
Wow. And we have the documents. Wow. Wow. Because I know the screen a little small, y'all. And we're nosy, baby. We're here for the facts. Wow. And she highlighted it for us. Wow. Agricultural laborer, not owner. And they're all from Jamaica. Race is Negro. Hair black, brown. Right, because like she said, let her find out this is the help. And the white iris, it's really your grandma, and y'all stole this iris story. Purpose of coming, because he was coming to work as an agricultural laborer. And this is a information sheet concerning passenger arrival on aircraft. So he came by plane. United States Department of Justice, Naturalization, Immigration and Naturalization Service. Oh, because I'm just so local to the states. Local to the states. So native to the states. I play all day. So that's why I'm like, let me get it together if I'm really going to get my act together by 35. So there's that. And they all come to Miami. And they all come from Jamaica. Wow. And this is her son, Noel Finnegan. Same name as her. He was 39 when he came. He was a man, a black man from Jamaica that came to be a laborer with his mom in the, God dang, 47. I'm like, I think that was just so my granddaddy wasn't even born yet, because he wasn't even born until October. God doggone it. Yeah, so this is still very racist then, baby, because, wow. Wow. Whoa. Okay. Baby, one thing about Miss Candace don't play with them facts. Well, she does play with the facts, but she don't play about them facts. That's what we can say. We appreciate that. Okay.
And this is her son, Noel Finnegan. And you see it says, who is your mother? He writes down Iris Finnegan.
That's
and
what he
asks
put.
what her occupation is. And he writes an agricultural laborer. Okay. So that is incredibly strange, I guess. First and foremost, if your parents owned a sugarcane farm, why would you travel to America for agricultural work?
Right. Right. Again, messy, messy, messy.
Someone else's farm. I feel very deeply in my soul that he, and I'm referring now to Donald Harris, doesn't want us to look too far into this. He doesn't want us to know who his true grandfather is. That's why he refers to him as Mr. Christie. It's likely not Patrick Finnegan. And of course, we should be looking further into why it is that every time we look up any of these people who he is telling us in this piece owned stuff, they owned stuff and operated things, it turns out that they were just workers.
Because that's strange. Because why lie? Because this is the story that they want to sell. The crazy part is the story is not gonna sell them, because the stories that sell are the truth. I mean, if we want to hear fiction, there's so many movies, there's so many things that we could get for fiction, but especially if you, nothing is more exciting than the truth. A lie is never more exciting. A lie definitely dulls down everything. The truth is what's fun, because the truth, most of the times it's a tough pill to swallow. Truth hurts. You know, whatever the case may be, however you want to. Because at this point, I'll be like, don't discount the fact that I'm an Indian woman as well. Like, I'll start throwing around the fact that I'm so mixed with everything like America is, and that's what makes. Oh, let me shut up so she don't start getting stuff. Let me not put that out there in the universe, because she can't talk without a teleprompter anyway, so it don't matter. It ain't like she gonna think off the dome. She's not gonna do that. I can't believe that teleprompter brought 32. Okay. And then just like she said, she went on one of them shows, whatever that interview was, and they finally asked her some tough-hitting, hard-hitting questions, and every time she didn't answer, they went back to the fact that you didn't answer. It was like finally someone held her feet to the fire and was like, but you didn't answer. You didn't answer. And then I heard they ended up editing that story to put an answer after the question from something else that she put earlier, that she said earlier in that interview, which was very strange. And I was just like, I can't believe any of this stuff is going on. And that's why I'm like, by the time I'm 35, I want my position to be so polished, like I said, so I can come on here like Candace and give y'all the rundown of events without, you know, me having to react, like just giving it to y'all factual, or whatever the case may be. Maybe this is how it will be. However God decides to use me, I just know that I want to do it because I'm really loving this. And again, I never thought I would.
We also were able to confirm, I'm just taking you guys jogging memory, that Iris did in fact birth Beryl Finnegan. We found Beryl Finnegan's birth certificate. We know that Iris Allen is in fact her mother.
Okay. So let's see. Birth district of Alexandria. Okay. Okay, so it says date and place of birth. Okay. So 9th of September, 1917. God doggone it. And everyone wrote in cursive. Imagine. Oh my God. First of all, the handwriting is beautiful. How did. Because why don't we write that exaggerated in cursive anymore? Just in general. Our cursive wasn't even taught like that. Because I'm like, her M is cute. I'm like, everything is so exaggerated. I love it. Okay. So the name is Beryl Magdalene. It's a female. She is born to Iris Finnegan, former Allen, a seamstress. Oh. A seamstress. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Because I'm like, Iris Finnegan is the black woman lap that she was sitting on. That's supposed to be her grandma. That's supposed to be a factory wife's owner or something. And she's a seamstress. It also says Iris Finnegan mother. Okay, maybe it says maiden. Because I really can't see what this part says. Signature. Yeah, I don't know what that says at all. I'm not certain at all. When registered, the 9th of October. She was born on September. God dang. See, that's why I said, what took my mama 3 days to get me registered at birth? It took this woman a whole month. God dang. When was they going to know somebody else was on the planet? I guess a month later. Well, I ain't never had no baby because I'm like, well, what y'all be doing? Recovering? Shit, what you mean? I just gave a whole life, child. Baby, them people that know you're alive when they know, child. But that's why I'm like, imagine, that's why I always wonder, like, what do people do if they don't register their child at birth? Like, what if you just have a baby and like, never tell anyone? But then it's like, how do you get registered for school? And so it's like, you do have to get registered at some point in time. Yeah, it's just like you may as well. But still. Okay. Who is Lawrence? In the presence of Lawrence. Okay. Registered at birth. Okay. All right. So this is what a birth certificate looked like back in the day? Because I'm like, is this a copy paper? This a piece of photo paper? Is that why there's a little clip on it? Because y'all know I wasn't around in 1917. So I wouldn't know. I didn't come around until 1992. So I've only been here 3 decades.
She is correctly listed on that birth certificate. But oddly, we then find that Beryl, too, is listed as just a barmaid on her marriage certificate.
Girl, say what now? Not marriage duplicate register. So So what was the first one? Who knows what happened to it? That's not my business because I've had a duplicate. I've had to, yeah. All right, so when married 26th of July, 1944, name and surname, Lawford Newland Barrow Finnegan. Now, wasn't that the name of the last person that was on there? That's why I was like, who was Lawrence? Or maybe his name was maybe it did say Lawrence. Yeah, I did say Lawrence and not Lawford, because I ain't never heard of a Lawford before. But and then Barrow Finnegan, and the condition is bachelor. The fuck does that say spinster? Oh my god, yo, what? Cause I'm like, if that doesn't I've always heard spinster as a negative term, because I'm like, okay, hold on. The closest equivalent to a man bachelor. Okay, that's just what the AI overview of it is. But I'm like, spinster is an unmarried woman, typically an older woman beyond the usual age of marriage. Oh, damn, so I'm a spinster. So let me shut my ass up. God doggone it. Well, I feel like now should be the typical age to get married. I feel like 30 is when you should get married. Let me leave it alone. When you get married is when you get married. Wow. Past the uncommon age of marrying. Well, she was born in 1917, if we recall. She was, yeah. Because I'm like, it was she's a Virgo, now that I think about it. Like me. So, yeah. Because she was born the 9th of September, 1917, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, it would be, yeah. Because I'm just trying to recall correctly. Because I'm like, and then it's now 1944 that she's getting married, and she's now being considered a spinster. But she wasn't even 30 years old at that point in time, if that's the case. If it was 1917 that she was born. Because like I said, if I recall correctly, I think it was the 9th of September, 1917. And I'm just literally trying to replay in my memory, because y'all know, so I'm like, she's a Virgo. Because I'm like, I just realized that she's a Virgo. But she was only 27. If that's the case, then I'm definitely considered a spinster. I'll listed a spinster as her marriage condition. I'm like, if that's the case, I'm definitely a spinster. So what was the marriage age? 14? God doggone it. Because what? Okay. And the calling is, it does say she's a barmaid. And he is a boltivator. What the fuck is a boltivator? I ain't never heard of that. That sounds like somebody that chops meat up or something. What is a boltivator? Boltivator. I'm making stuff up. It must not say that. I'm like, it must not say that. B-U-L. I mean, it look like a B. B-U-L-T-I-V. Is that not what I put? B-U-L-T. That's what I put. Right. Google don't even know what that is. Well, what else would that be? Look, I'm talking about if it ain't a B, what else would it be? Because, I mean, the B there and the B there. Well, what the hell? It look like a B. I can't even think about what other letter that would be in cursive. I have no idea. Age. Oh, I'm doing all of that. Hold on now. Hold on. She a liar all the way around the board, because it say 25 years age for this woman. If she was born in 1917, she would be 26 going on 27 that year, because it's July. She was born in September. Talking about she 25. And her father's name is Patrick Finnegan. Oh, they ain't even care about the mama name. So what if you ain't got no daddy? God dang on it. But the age, he 32 and he considered a bachelor, but she quote unquote 25 and considered a spinster. Oh, but they did say that's the same age. But then, like they said, but a spinster is considered beyond the typical marrying age or the age of marriage. And it's only 25. But again, that birth certificate that her mama made, I'm almost certain it said 9th of September, 1917. And it's now only, well, this specific day was the 28th of July, 1944, right? It's only 1944. So that's why I'm just like, that would be going on 27 that year. So she for sure would have been 26. It's just so child. So married at in the parish of before me in the presence of Olga. Okay. She ain't even American, don't even sound like, and Hubert Brown. Now look at their signatures, cause who wrote this? The same person that wrote her birth certificate? Cause that S looked mighty familiar. Because I'm like, if this is their signature, first of all, this is a completely different pen. Not only I know it's a different, first of all, I'm a pen. I used to be a klepto for pen. First of all, I still am a klepto pen. You got a good pen, I'm taking it, okay? I love a good pen. This pen is completely different from this pen. It might also be, this might even be fine point and this might even be ballpoint. Because look how thick the ink is versus this ink. Also, look at the penmanship of this signing versus this. And the penmanship almost looked the god doggone same, like the same person signed this. It don't look like two different signatures. What's going on? Liars. It's just all up in your makeup. Because I'm just like, no, that's not the same. That's not the same. This marriage was celebrated between us, which is supposed to be Beryl and Lawford, in the presence of Olga and Hubert. First of all, who is Hubert if her daddy is Patrick Finnegan? His daddy is Thomas Newland. Her mama is Iris Finnegan. And who is Olga A. Grant? Because it looked like Olga used the same pen as Lawford and Beryl. Because I'm like, I guess D.T. Taylor would be, right, before me, D.T. Taylor, which would be the officiant, right, a marriage officer. Because this pen is the same pen as this pen. So maybe you wrote it, D.T. Taylor. Because this pen, yeah, these T's are definitely the same. But then why is this T not? But this T is definitely the same. And that's a very distinct T. Just like this one is as well. I could be one of them people that analyze signatures and stuff. I'm like, I like doing stuff like this. That's why I'm like, baby, people try to make me do everything but what I'm called to do. I'm doing the good stuff. And I had the chat up, so y'all really didn't even get to see the way I was analyzing this mug. Honestly, I also see where my screen is stuck. So let me give it a nice little refresh or recapture. Because I'm like, baby, I was going in on this. But like I said, y'all really couldn't even see because the chat was on top. So I'm going to give y'all a little moment so y'all can kind of like pause and see. Y'all can zoom in if y'all like to. Because like I said, I didn't realize y'all were behind the scenes doing y'all thing. I didn't even know y'all was doing that till I said I was so busy analyzing. I look back and I'm like, wait, I'm not on that screen. So boom. All of that, again, it's just messy, and I don't like stuff like that.
A marriage certificate, by the way, as we determined earlier, to a Lawford Newland, who similarly we saw was traveling into the United States as a laborer looking for...
As a Lawford. Traveling in as a... Because I'm like, does it say cultivator? Is that a C? Because I'm like, it would make more sense. When she said like that, it must say cultivator. Because I'm like, what is a cultivator? But them bees look different. So that makes sense. Okay, I'm with us.
What is going on here? Does this family have money? Do they not have money? Well, I'll remind you, by the way, that I spoke to Donald Harris's brother, and he told me that all of the kids had businesses that were handed to them by their father, Oscar Harris.
Did he now? Because I'm like, grab your trees. Y'all know, bring your own trees, tree stamps, whatever the case may be. But all of the kids were given their own business, you say. So what would have been Kamalaya's business? Sleeping around? I'm not trying to be funny. Was this like an inner circle sinister thing? And I could just be making stuff up. But crazier things have happened. Where your daddy set you up to be pimped out to these people, and that's why Judge Joe Brown knew not only that you were sleeping around, but you're also your daddy.
That Donald and his two other siblings, were handed businesses. So what's happening here? Again, do they have money? Do they not have money? This is getting confusing. So I decided that it was my duty to help Donald Harris with his genealogy.
Now she said I decided that it was my duty. And I can appreciate somebody that gives you the facts just like that. Ain't nobody asked her to do this. She bold enough to say, I decided it was my duty to give us the facts. Because we've been asking. Because why would you just throw us this stuff out that you could literally just does not make sense? So it's just like, huh? Like, we're nosy. People are nosy. Society is nosy. This is how everything is built upon accolades and images and all the other kind of stuff because people are nosy.
Help him determine who exactly Iris Finnegan was and why he doesn't know her ancestry. And I thought that the easiest way to determine it would be to look up some records for sugar plantations, because obviously if you're owning a sugar farm, there just has to be some sort of a record for how you inherited, right? Because
you're a smart girl, you. She said, well, let's just check the records. She's been doing this a long time. I said, well, that just makes sense. Let's just check the records, because that's what we love. The facts. Let's check the records. What did the records say? Who's on this business? Who owns this? All of that.
These were initially plantations that had slaves, and I'm sorry, you weren't just casually putting together a sugar plantation and not having to have any documents whatsoever.
Right. Let's make it seem like it's a sugar plantation. Okay. Yeah, sweet for you, all right. Wow. It was all a lie. I told y'all. The way they lie. It's in her lineage. It's in her lineage to lie. So crazy.
He lists in his piece that she worked on the Thatch sugarcane farm. Strangely, I could not find a record of the Thatch Walk sugarcane farm.
So he making up. They just making up stuff. It's just a story that they selling. And I guess he's just better at performing the answers than her. Because, baby, if the screen glitched, she got to quit. I really tried to make it work, but, yeah.
Listed. I did, however, find a Thatch Hill sugarcane farm, and that was in the exact same St. Anne parish in Jamaica. But the owner of that farm was listed as an Eliza Brown.
Which is not her relative. Also, there's a Hubert Brown on that marriage certificate. And I said, well, who the heck is Hubert Brown? Hopefully we'll see.
Brown. Now, you're going, Brown. Wait, why does that sound familiar to me? What's wrong with that? Because that's the last name of the other side of Donald J. Harris's family. So something doesn't feel right here. Again.
Oh. So that would be his mom's side because they share a dad. What is going on? What is going on here? Because what if that's his mama's side? Child, yeah, let me let Candace explain it.
Let's just pull up that family map again so I can slow this down for you, okay? Donald J. Harris is supposed to be the son of Oscar Joseph Brown Harris. We didn't put Brown there, but Oscar Joseph Brown Harris, because his mother, you see there, is Chrissy Brown, okay? And Beryl Finnegan. Iris's daughter. But now it's starting to look like maybe that Iris Finnegan worked for the Brown Harris side. Like, what's going on here? Weird. But I said, okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just take a closer look at the Brown side of the family. He acknowledges, like, we had slaves, like, that was a thing. We owned plantations. We established Brownstown. He was very honest about that and forthcoming in his piece. So we're going to take a look at his family tree, and we're going to focus on Christiana Brown.
That's a lot to take in. For someone that's new to this and they admit it, good what it is. That's a lot for me to digest. Mama's doing my little snack of that, but and that's how I feel about my snack of that too. And these flaming hot Funyuns, so good. Oh my god, I just got on these.
That's supposed to be Oscar Brown's mother, Miss Chrissy. And Donald has told us actually a lot about her in this piece, but we've only got this one picture. And like I said, every one of these pictures, for me, it just looks like a worker that is wearing her Sunday's best. And I'm not.
Now that she says that, you know they are workers because they're not inside the house. These pictures will be inside the home if they were people that lived inside the home. Because the chair is even outside. That's that same chair. If you have a spouse, your spouse will sit in that chair and you'll stand right next to him just like that. Just like that. That'll be the photo. But yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah, something's not right about that.
Trying to be judgmental. I don't know. Just that's the way these pictures look to me.
I'm with you.
That's not the way that he's presenting it. And like I said, he tells us a lot about Christiana Brown. He tells us that she's a descendant of Hamilton Brown, who's on record as a plantation and a slave owner, the founder of Brownstown.
Okay, so she's a Brown because of her owner. Because I'm like, well, how they get the same last name? But that's what happened, girl. Like I told y'all, I didn't like history for the longest. I felt like it was intimidating. I also feel like it was extremely traumatizing and sad. To a certain extent it is. But like I said, look at the way my life has been traumatized. I'm going to have to remember 2020 to 2024 for the rest of my life. I thought some other parts of my life have been... Child. Trust me. Ever since that pandemic, oh my God. I thought the turn would be so good. It was so not. America wants to turn the page. The book is done. We want a new book. We want to read a new book. Talking about the want to turn the page, please.
He tells us that it was her, that woman, who sparked his interest in economics and in politics, simply by him observing her and listening to her in her daily routine. Okay. She's very into politics.
Okay.
He tells us that she owned and operated the popular dry goods store on the busy main street leading away from the famous market in the center of Brownstown.
Okay, so this is the story that he's telling us. In Brownstown, there's a lot of ownership. Okay. Candace, girl, I'm not even certain I'm ready for where this is about to go, but let's go.
She's a store owner. He says in the piece,
Let's
every
do
day after
it.
school, I would go to her shop to wait for the drive home to Orange Hill after she closed the shop. She never paid much attention to the business of the farm at Orange Hill. Her sons took care of that side of the family business. Her constant focus was on the issues that affected her business of buying and selling imported dry goods, as well as the cost of living. Issues that required understanding and keeping up with the news, a task which she pursued with gusto. He goes on to write, there was a daily diet of politics as well. She was a great admirer, okay? This is important. She was a great admirer of Busta.
I was trying to see if I ever knew who that man was. I would think he's somebody that has to do with maybe philosophy. I'm like, I don't even know the other things that go on in politics. Because what would it be? Because I'm like, what is it called when it is like communism, Marxism? I really only think about it as politics. Because I'm like, what is it? I think it'll come to me, hopefully.
Sir William Alexander Bustamante, the chief minister in the colonial government and leader of the Jamaican Labor Party, the JL.
So he got something to do with Jamaican looking as caucus as he look. I was not expecting her to say Jamaica of all places. I was just not. Wow.
She claimed with conviction and pride to be, herself, Christiana Brown, a laborite, as the members of the JLP recalls, and for the interesting reason that, as she argued, labor is at the heart of everything in life. Little did I know then, what I learned later in studying economics, that my grandmother was espousing her independently discovered version of a labor theory of value, okay? That's what he says, end quote.
Okay. So then, okay, because she's a laborer. Okay. Look, I'm like, okay. Okay. Okay.
I want to show you that guy again, who he says his grandmother idolized, and she loved him because he was a laborite. So I really focused on that. I was like, who is this guy? Who is this Busta, Sir Busta, that she admired? This guy is very important to Jamaican history, to Jamaican politics, past and present. He was a man that was actually born William Alexander Clark, and he would go on to become the first minister of Jamaica. He's an unbelievably shady character, okay? He left Jamaica at the age of 21 to go to Cuba, and then there's no trace of what he did for 30 years.
Girl, because I was not expecting her to say that. So this is so that's something like she just has a lineage of, oh my god, this woman is a disaster. Like, this is a disaster. Because we wouldn't even have to, it would not be this much research done if this woman was not so much in the forefront. Now, I understand she really can't do anything about her upbringing, but she can do a lot about what she has doing. But again, I guess America is so used to being controlled by people that are full-time evil. Because I'm like, I don't even know if I can say part-time. I'm like, we'll just go with full-time evil. So I guess they thought we was gonna rock with it. Share the stories how you want. Hey, come a liar. We're not slow.
When he came back, he was a trained
Well, some of them are, but I'm gonna help them out, and I'm gonna just tell them what they need to do, which is not vote for you.
He was ready to overthrow government establishments by establishing all of these unions, these worker revolutions that could essentially reshape governments, getting people to riot, okay? We call these color revolutions. The American CIA does this all around the world. You think there's like a normal uprising that's taking place in Ukraine, and then you find out, like, wait, why is John McCain in the middle of this, getting people to revolt, and then all of a sudden we are establishing someone as the president? That is the idea of a color revolution.
Okay, thank you, girl, for introducing us to something new, because, I mean, I've never heard of such a thing, didn't know such a thing existed, and now I know I need to be on the lookout for stuff like this, because, baby, I can't believe this stuff really be happening. Like, it's given, like, I just found out about rage bait, and it's given, that's what all this stuff is at this point. It's given they want us to be outraged. Ooh, I found a banana in my snackage, in my treats. I don't even like bananas, but the fact that I just found this and I really want the potassium, we'll go with it. That's very healthy of me. So yeah, because health is the real wealth, okay? Because stay guarded and protect yourself, because I can't believe these people. Like, it is a mess out here. I'm like, ugh.
This guy disappears for 30 years, comes back to Jamaica, and all of a sudden he's organizing regular people to riot and to overthrow. And effectively, people do this so that they can establish power for themselves.
Exactly. And that's why I'm like, this is crazy that that's what's really going on out here. Like, and I just got to take a moment because I'm just taken aback that this is what it's come to. Wow. God be with us and protect us all.
Workers, the working class people, think that whatever they're saying to them is because they really care. You're not being treated fairly in this factory, and you need to have the minimum wage. It should be higher. You should be making more for your family. Yeah. And next thing you know, they're rioting or overthrowing people that are in power, and who they actually place in power are the people that organize it in the first place. It's just a good old-fashioned commie revolution. Something else of interest is that he also, aside from being arrested by the American government once for doing commie things and staging these sorts of riots, he also called for the genocide of Rastafarians.
What? Why would he do that? I don't even want to know. But to think that you have any power or say so of who, but why? Because he looks like a oh, well, I guess because Rastafarians are different from Jamaicans because they literally do believe different things. Oh, because he's a because he would rather Jamaican be calling him. Oh, wow. That right there. Well,
Look at this headline. This is a headline of somebody going.
that's why I said. That's why I said. Well, what he say? Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homies still double down, calling us the slaves. Atlanta was a mecca, building railroads and trains. Bear with me for a second. Let me put y'all on game. The settlers was using fouls folks to make them. The settlers was using town folks to make them rich and fast. Forward 2020, but she got the same agenda. We can't do this, cause some people been doing this. And they say, or alive. Yeah, or alive. Oh my God. That's like, what?
Back and revisiting. Bring in all Rastas, dead or alive. Now, if you're American, you don't know much about what a Rastafarian is. You do know who Bob Marley is. Bob Marley is hate rape Rastafarian. You probably have a depiction probably of just Bob Marley. Like, oh, they smoked pot. Yeah, well,
She said, now, if you're an American and you don't know what a Rastafarian is, because thank you, girl, because thank you for understanding that everybody don't know everything that you're talking about. And she even gave us pictorials as requested. As requested. And came through with it. That's the type of stuff I like to see. Because we need to be able to literally follow, baby. Because, baby, Candace do be talking over our heads sometimes, baby. Dumb it down for us a little bit more. Like, we're with you, but, like, some parts, you're very advanced on. At least get us to intermediate. And she does. And she does. Because, yeah, I'm like, you going to tell us something? But I'm glad she, again, gave us that.
in reality, they were like this religious, socio-political movement of, you had Africans who, after being enslaved, really thought that their enslavement was intentional. Many people who believe this today, that they came from Ethiopia, they were actually incredibly peaceful. They came from Ethiopia, and they felt that they were the people that were being spoken about in the Bible.
All right, as I said, I believe because the Rastafarians are a whole different religion, philosophy, principles, founding, organization, all that kind of stuff, whatever the case may be. From what he represents and his commie ways, as she says, wow, I can't believe this stuff really happens. Because, like, I heard to say I don't care about other people that much, but I'm just saying I care about my life more than what other people are doing. It's like, it's never that serious. As long as you ain't hurt nobody, I'm good. But if you hurt somebody, then I am going to hurt you, and I don't care. I ain't going to say it like that, but I'm just saying, you're going to get, leave it to God. Amen.
And that they were intentionally being, like, there was intentional African diaspora all around the world to remove Black people from their roots. And so these people.
Whoa. So that's the whole bottom line of it, is because they believe they're trying to remove Black people from their roots. If that's the case, and with that being said, that's the case. Oh. Well, like I said, I'm even a Black person that was raised to be Caucasus. I still live in a Caucasian neighborhood. I went to Caucasian schools, the best of the best, predominantly white institutions. When I went to a historically Black college, or I went to a university. So, when I went to a historically Black university, it was a culture shock for me. I honestly did not know what to do. I mean, I hate to say that it was ghetto than hanging around my ghetto cousins, but when I tell you I did not know what to expect, you know, my cousin's ghetto, okay? But when I tell you I did not know what to expect, I had never been somewhere that was so, I hate to say, unorganized. And then for me having to deal with it, it was just like, baby, I'm not, y'all gotta get this together for me to even want to deal with it. I mean, it was a lot. Even just getting registered for class, like, no. I will say, because that was me at that age. Because as a 30-year-old, would I be able to handle it? Yes. Do I understand why it was the way it was now that I'm 30? To a certain extent. Well, there's something that can get better. That's just the facts of the matter. Well, it just depends on who put in the application and who gets hired. I'm not applying, so I'm going to shut my mouth and leave my commentary right here.
This guy, he gets into power, and they actually were incredibly effective in Jamaica in terms of organizing for themselves. They lived in their own encampments, and they also had, like, agricultural unions. Like, they were growing crops and things of their own, and so they were very well established all on their own.
And I could believe that, because if they're going to grow plants, they're going to grow food, vegetables, all the herbs, all that kind of stuff. Because I'm sitting here eating a banana, and y'all know bananas are technically berries, and I'm just like, I'm looking at one, well, all of them, obviously, and I'm just like, 8 bananas. But that tasted real healthy and good. I'm glad it was not a big banana. But I need the vitamin K. which is potassium. Me. And a necessity of life, vitamin K.
And what ended up happening was this guy essentially said that they were dangerous because 6 of them got into trouble. And he said, bring me all of the Rastafarians, dead or alive. And what ended up happening is they started rounding up Rastafarians. I'll actually read you specifically what happened to some of those Rastafarians on his call. Because
Wait, I was really not ready for her to say that people actually were caught. That's not where I thought this was going. I thought we were just going to move on. Like, that's what he said, but nothing came out of it. Well.
And he was incredibly powerful. It says on April 12th, Good Friday, Prime Minister Alexander Bustamante, because again, he went on to become the Prime Minister, ordered the arrest of all Rastafarians that are alive. Police and military forces entered working class neighborhoods and Rastafarian encampments, detaining Rastafarians and forcibly cutting off their dreadlocks.
That is so sad. That is so sad. Like she said, commie ways. Because how do you go into people's camps and torture them? How? If they're alive, incarcerate them. What? Because we don't agree with the BS that you're saying, the nonsense that you're saying, the fact that you think you can even infiltrate somebody's spaces and do whatever to them? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Many Rastafarians were tortured and killed, with estimates suggesting that as many as 150 individuals were detained. So the reason that he ordered for them to even have their dreadlocks forcibly cut off is because it held spiritual meaning for them. Absolutely sick, absolutely disturbing, all of this true, and it's way worse if you look into the sky. I mean, there was like mysterious burnings of all of their crops.
Wow. So, but because I'm just like, what makes people so anti-black? And that's my biggest thing about it. And I think that's why I feel so strongly about it now. Because like I said, I am older. And especially with what's going on right now. Not with just the prices of what's going on being ridiculous. But just like the people, the mindsets, just in general. A lot of the stuff is really demonic. It's ungodly behavior. Whatever the case may be. Because it's all of those things. But I just always like wonder what makes people hate black people so much. Like what is about black people that you just feel like they are beneath me, they can never be above me? Because especially as a black person and all the black people that I've met in my 3 decades of living, I said this before and I'll say it again. We don't have hate in our heart. We don't look at anybody and it's just like, oh my God. I mean, the only people that we look at differently are people that should be looked at differently. Somebody that look like they may do something to you. White, black, Puerto Rican, Haitian, Chinese, Indian. I don't give a damn. Okay? If they walk around with a scully on and it's not Halloween and they got nugs, you unlock your doors. Simple as that. We don't care what color they are, okay? Let's say you a PDF and you do stuff to kids, stuff like that, then yeah, we got a problem with you. But other than that, that's what I said, we don't bother anyone. So the angst that black people get is always so, you know what? I want to do that as a social experiment. I want to ask white people, what is the issue with black people? What is it that you just don't like? Because I can tell you why. I'm like, I have my reasons as to why I don't like certain races or why certain races can get on my nerves. But yeah, I'm just like, what is it? And I'm just talking about, I'm not even talking about the present ones. I'm talking about because now black people are very wild, because I know I am. But y'all, especially during my grandma time, they were so tamed and scared and timid. What about it? See, that's why I don't need to ask no millennials or nobody like that. I need to ask 50 and up. Would you like to participate in my social experiment? Yeah, 50 and up. I honestly want to ask 70 and up, because I want to ask my grandma age, because I'm like, wait, mom, because my parents are 50 and up. Yeah, my parents are 50 and up. They don't count. 70 and up. Now, how am I going to get them to be on my social experiment? I have no idea. But somebody tell your grandma. Look, somebody going to come to me with knowing their grandma a little racy. That's what we're going to call them, a little racy.
Really, when Winston Churchill was visiting, that's another rabbit hole you can jump down, but I wanted to just tell you who this guy was, because he makes a note of this in his piece, Donald J. Harris, that Christiana Brown loved this guy, that was her political vision.
What? So what I guess would be mom, has a commie mindset. Wow.
Of Bustamante. He just adopted that name, Bustamante, maybe to make it sound like he was a person that was for the people, who knows. So we thought surely this powerful woman, going back to Christiana Brown, who was involved in politics, speaking about politics every day in her dry goods store, and she was so accomplished.
Because she's so petty to put that picture on top of that woman, but that's what he said. He said that's what her accolades are. She was a prominent political figure. Everyone, loved would listen to what she had to say. She worked in the dry goods. That was her role. So that's what he said. That's what he said.
Has these stores. She's, like I said, deeply seated, speaking about the Labor Party. She must be mentioned in the newspaper a few times. I mean, there's just no way that we're not going to be able to find her in a newspaper article. And indeed, we did find her.
Oh, good. Because I was about to say, right, because that's like Candace not being in something because of what she has to say. And Candace almost definitely is. That's why I'm like, even with her, I was intimidated because of how the media perceives her. But if she always came like this, that just means y'all scared of the truth. So I'm like, people that like Kamala, I feel like they are used to being in relationships where they're lied to, so it's just normal to them. But for those of us that aren't used to being lied to every day and don't like being lied to every day, we don't want to deal with that.
We found her, strangely, as a potential witness to election fraud. Christiana Brown taking the stand in a case pertaining to election fraud. Yes, it is about to get completely crazy, so I hope you guys are following along and this is all making sense so far. Stay with us. We're just going to throw it really quickly to one of our advertisers and get right back. Now, what we are covering is obviously insane here. This election season has been the most insane. We really don't know what is going to happen in November, but there is one thing that I know. I'm definitely still buying gold and silver.
All right, so let's get through her ad. And as I said, y'all can definitely tune in to Candace Owens' YouTube channel to watch without my commentary. You just search her up, watch my public watch later playlist, whatever the case may be. But like I said, I'll definitely advise you to tune in, tap in, and subscribe to Candace.
Found Christiana Brown in the Kingston Gleaner. I'm showing you the headline here. Witnesses claim they received money to vote for Mr. Allen.
God dang, look at how long the article is. The word's so small. There's so many columns. I mean, golly. It got, like she said, it's going to get crazy. It got real fast. I wasn't ready. Oh, my goodness. When I tell you I was not ready, like, we might be here longer than I expected. Because when I tell you, oh, my gosh. I'm like, my screen gave out again. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to figure out how to get y'all back. Hold on. Y'all know I'm a one-woman revolution. Okay. There y'all go. Because I'm like, now y'all should be back. But sheesh.
I remember, Iris Allen. Her last name was Allen. Okay, maybe it means something, maybe it doesn't, okay? So I'll tell you a little about this case because it's super long because it's actually a transcript, which is incredible that they used to print this in the newspaper, but it was a full transcript of the court case that was happening.
Okay, because that's exactly what it looks like. That's why I'm like, they ain't miss a thing, but that's, excuse me, exactly what it looks like, a full. Wow. I mean, everything. That's why I'm like, it's a lot. It's very detailed.
And this was an election petition. So in 1944, Christiana Brown was made to testify because there was a political election between a guy named Harold Egbert Allen. Harold Egbert Allen was Busta's protege. He eventually went on to become his finance minister, okay?
No, not a protege. I was not expecting her to say that. Not a protege. And financial advisor. Sheesh. Like, oh, lordy.
So he was the person that was running, and obviously you could imagine Busta wanted this guy to get elected. And he was running against a guy named T. Adrian Gray. Well, Harold did, in fact, win the election. And remember, Christina, according to Donald J. Harris, was allegedly obsessed with Busta. So surely I'm thinking she must have been very happy that the Labor Party protege, Busta's protege, won.
Because I'm like, how would she know? I guess because she's around them because she is the laborer. Because I'm like, I don't want to call her the servant. Because she's the laborer. Because I'm like, to even have to be up there. Or maybe he's making her lie. Who knows? Because I'm like, why would she even be... How would someone even know she has anything to do with it for her to testify? Let's see.
Well, that's where it gets interesting because she was testifying because she apparently had witnessed some guy named S.P. Nugent paying her niece to vote for Allen.
Oh, okay. So that's what it was. Hi, Maddie. Right now, all is well. My dad was saying we pretty much have until about 10 p.m. tonight until it really gets, shaken. I'm glad you said that though, because I do want to see some footage and see what's going on the live stream of Milton. I'm like, they still hanging out outside in Key West at this border. I see the trees have picked up down there, and look at him getting beat up by these waves. I think it's, yeah, Cape Coral. That's what it is, Cape Coral. And in the Keys, the water. I mean, okay, so yeah, let me refresh my page, right? Because I'm like, it has been a minute since I actually looked at the radar to see what's going on. So let me see what we got going on here. I just don't like the way that looks. Oh my goodness. Because I'm like, it hasn't even made its way inland yet. That's why I'm just like, oh, I'm just not ready. It's literally giving brace yourselves for cover. I mean, around like 9, I'll start freaking out. But like right now, I'm trying to play it cool. I'm trying to keep it cool. I'm trying to, stay up and active. That way I can be asleep by the time it actually hits, because I typically also, that's how typically also how it happens for me. I'll sleep through it, but sometimes I'll wake up and the wind is howling. That's how I know how bad it is, if the wind is howling or anything like that. Oh wow. But see, like I've never been through an earthquake, so that would freaking traumatize. I hate to say that, but like an earthquake? No. No, 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 no. Oh man. Yes, I do remember when the California fires were so bad. I mean, it got so bad, y'all. The trees literally just out of nowhere would just light on fire. It was so crazy because when people said that, I didn't believe it until it started happening in Florida, because we also have palm trees and, big trees and stuff like that, and just land. But that was crazy. But yeah, earthquakes. I'm so glad that we don't have to experience earthquakes down here in Florida. I don't know what it is over there about them, but like I said, I'm just so glad that we don't have to. I wish I could figure out how to use the satellite thing, because like I said, people said that this storm was coming when Helene came. They were like, it's another storm coming up right behind her, and then now they're saying there's 2 more after this one that are supposed to be coming that they saw on the satellite. But I can't figure out how to use the satellite, so I'm just kind of keeping up with what's going on as best as I can through the live footage tracking. And this camera has been shaky for quite some time, which lets me know that the wind is definitely still strong. Because see, even when these trees stop doing too much, this camera's still shaky. And that's why I'm like, that's how I know the wind is strong. And that's why I'm just kind of like, oh man. God be with us. God be with us, because sheesh. Wow. Mandatory evacuations 3 summers in a row. Mandatory. And see, that's what I'm saying. It's just like when they displace you all, I feel like that's when the tax dollars should be put to use. That's when, if you're making people evacuate, they should get a nice hotel room. And I'm not just talking about no, basic little, no, 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 no. I'm talking about a nice hotel room, compliments of the city, or there needs to be some type of shelter that is built inland that's only used for emergencies. It's the emergency shelter. And they could also have people work there, so that way they can maintenance it throughout the year, so that way if anything happens, they are, ready. But yeah, there's got to be something else done about all this, because I'm just like, wow, because 3 summers in a row and mandatory evacuations really does sound crazy. Just like these waves. Ooh, yeah, now they coming back to back to back. Ooh, because it would just be like one and then done, but now they coming like 1, 2, 3. I mean, they've been huge this whole time, but The fact that they are literally at the border and the water is being pushed in like that, that's because that is coming hard. That was coming hard. And I pray to God by the time it get wherever it is gonna get down there, he is gonna be at the yeah, they better tell them at a certain time they have to leave, because there's no way they could be out there like that. And I feel like if people have mandatory evacuations, it should be, see, these police officers shouldn't even have to be out here. It should be mandatory stay at home orders. If you are in any of the affected areas, it should be mandatory stay at home. Like at this point, this when they started cutting the check for everybody. This on Wednesday. Oh, today is Wednesday. So wait a minute. On Monday, they were supposed to deposit $300 for every individual in the affected area, so that way you can stock up on supplies. And then it was supposed to be mandatory stay at home. That's how you take care of the people. That's why I'm like KD for Congress, because I got everybody back. Because this right here is out of hand. Yeah, you keep playing, you're going to get a car wash. I'm about to keep riding past there like this is just, I mean, like I said, right now it's not too bad as we can see, because the Keys has pretty much gotten their little, I ain't gonna say little, but the Keys has pretty much gotten their Milton hit. That's what we'll say. Yeah, because they down here. And that's the tail of it. So, and that's why I'm like, like, why your tail all the way right there? I wish I would have been watching the, I'm like, I wonder when it started. Oh, dang, this is 4 hours ago. Yeah, 4 hours ago. But I do wonder when they started. Because I'm like, hold on. 4 hours ago. Would have been 8 o'clock in the morning. And I'm curious as to what, yeah, Keys was looking like at 8 o'clock in the morning. Right. It would have been 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. Because I wonder if they had extras out there at that time. I guess everybody was still asleep at that point. But when they got up, they sure got up and out there. Yeah, looked like they started. They got up in a little bit. By 8 o'clock, right. 7:30 by when you wake up to start getting ready. 8 o'clock, they trying to get on the camera. But I do want it to be live, so let's get back live. Because like I said, I definitely want to watch as much of the update as possible. Oh, shoot, we done got a new, backyard view. Where we at now? Wait a minute. Hey. Because I'm like, where is this at? Fort Myers Beach. And then Tampa Bay. Tampa, baby, adjust the camera. Adjust the angle just a little bit. Oh, I guess if it's coming. Oh, that scared me. Jump scare. Okay, fix it again. Because I'm like, we want to see the ocean. Because I'm like, if it was coming from that way, then okay. But we want to see the ocean, not necessarily the pool, Tampa. Oh, my God. That one got me a little nervous. Yeah, when that rain started coming, jump scare. Like, jump scare. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That's what I'm... Oh, they're getting it. Oh, my God. It's coming in. It's coming in. Get out. They got to get out. Y'all got to get out. Y'all got to get out. I understand. But at this point, shift is over. Shift is over. Dear God, thank you for being with each and every one of us, protecting over, watching over us, covering us with the blood of the Lamb, Father God. Thank you for being with each and every one of us, protecting over us, God. Oh, God, you are good. You are so gracious. You are so worthy of all the honor, the glory, and the praise. We praise your name, Father. Amen, 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 amen. Glory. Oh, Father, hallelujah. Oh, Jesus. That's what I'm not ready for. That's what I'm not ready for. And I don't like the fact that they still got to be there, baby. Your life, baby, if somebody decided to be out there, that's why I said that's on them at that point. But your life, I'll cuss my spouse out. If you don't get I'll pull them out their car themselves. I don't care about he going to have to lose his job today and don't care. Because what? Ain't no way my husband finna be out here in a Category 5 hurricane. No. I understand he signed up to protect the service, but he gonna have to do that from the driveway. Shoot. We gonna protect and patrol our neighborhood. Look at the trees. Ooh, so it definitely is coming from that way. Because look at how the trees blowing in that direction. It's coming in. Whatever that side is. But yeah, it's... Wow. So it is coming in from over here. So... Because I'm like, I don't want to change the live cam just yet back to the map. But... Water picking up. Oh, my dear God. Dear Jesus. 'Cause, ooh, we Jesus. We need you. Wait a minute. I'm like, I don't want to see that. Put us back at the pier. I mean, at the thing that's always there. That's why I'm like, okay, because that thing you can watch at all times. Oh, girl, we don't got to watch that no more because they got the tail of it, girl. Duh. We do want this. I'm tweaking. They had the tail of it taking pictures. We don't want to see them no more. We actually here for the action. Nah, my bad. I've been giving y'all a hard time. So I'm like, thank y'all. Because I did give y'all a hard time. So, let me give you some reactions. Because this is what I asked for. The live update. Because there we go. Because I'm like, I need to know how real it's getting about though. I need to be able to keep up with what's going on. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Okay. Oh, the police officer's gone? Is that the Matala Bridge? Eastbound? Oh, it looks like they got up out of there. Glory be to God. Glory be to God. Because like I said, no. At this point, they got to go. They cannot be there. They cannot stay there. Ooh, it just made me so happy to know that they're gone. Because God is good. Well, I guess when I started putting up some reactions. Yeah. How it had on the screen was different. I'm so glad they're gone. Thank you, God. Because I'm like, they cannot be there. Like I said, I would have went and got my spouse myself. It's back in this house now. Because I love you. And I'm not trying to be alone, though. What? I said, I understand protecting her, but he got to do that from the driveway today, baby. It's just look how strong the wind is. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, I saw it moving. Don't stop now. Yeah, I saw you. Give me that real life forecast. Because I'm like, also refresh my screen so I know exactly what's going on my Milton radar map. Because I'm like, I feel like it's still the same, but I want to know if it could tell me. Ooh, wait a minute. 24-hour future radar. Okay, so we should be good. Okay, within 24 hours. Oh, so I could just... So what is it going to look like? So I can't see after 5 just yet? Because I'm like, oh, because it is spinning. Okay, so right, because right now it's here. It just made my stomach turn. Y'all know I'm a Virgo, babe. My little stomach don't, ooh, it's a little. And it's 12. It's 12:11. I don't know about this time right here, what that's about, but it's 12:11. Apparently they telling us something. Because I'm like, I guess this hurricane said that that's what time it is. Okay. But here, oh my God. Yo. I'm almost ready to bricks. Because I'm like, if that's now, and that's 5. I'm like, is this the tail? Because at that point, it looks like it's over here. So that's why I'm like, what the is going on? Why is it so big? What the? Well, I guess it's raining everywhere, obviously. Well, not necessarily obviously, but cause I'm like, what the fuck is that? Cause I'm like, they did say it was 2 more coming up behind it. That's why I'm like, what the fuck is that? Now it's making me want to find that satellite because I'm just like, that just made me nervous. Now I see people be looking at these maps like, what the, like, what? And they did say it's 2 more coming up after that. That's why I'm like, what the fuck is that? Why does it look spinny? Like, what the? Right, because if this is us now, well, that's us at 5. That's us at 5. So I want to keep it this big because I'm literally sitting here like, hold on. Because if this is us with Milton at 5, okay, and then if that's us, that's all I'm like, if this was 5, because I'm like at 5, I don't even know if this is going to be the tail, but then it's like, this is over here. And then it's also like, what is this? So let me go to now. I don't know why it's telling me now. Okay, because for me, this is now. But this is on Milton. Although I'm in Florida, I see it's on Milton. So we'll stay in Milton. So it's 11 in Milton now. Because I'm also looking at these down here. So that's why I'm like, it's 11. So it's more so going that way. Okay. Not that that's okay. But, because them hoes do be turning. But, again, that's why I say God be with us all. Because what the But then again, it's just, because like this is over there. Wait a minute. Because I'm like, that is too much for me. What is, bro, what is that? Because I'm like, yeah, this is Milton. This is Milton. That's why I'm like, what is that? What is that? I guess it would rain, but I'm like, why would it be raining that? I guess, again, because all of it is rain. But this ditch right here, oh my God. All right. So this is where it's at as of now. And I do feel like my rain is pretty green right now. If y'all can hear it, I do feel like my rain is pretty green. And then at 5, it's going down, eh? Ooh, so let's see. Okay, so then my dad said it's going to hit about 10. Okay, it's saying that's 8 in Milton. That's 11. No, Dad, it's going to hit before then, if that's the case. Well, I don't know, because all of this is green. Because this is now. And it says at 11 a.m. It looks less scary in 24 hours, which is wild. I'm like, do I need to zoom in? Nah, it's literally just green versus all the red, yellow. Yeah, because I feel like it's more so, like I said, yeah, like in a little bit that I need to start worrying about. I feel like, yeah, by tonight we'll be good. But then that's why I'm just like, because the fact that I'm like, it's just the fact that everyone is out for the rest of the week. And I'm like, if it's supposed to be done by today, but it's also a category 5. And that's why it's like, brace yourselves for cover. Brace yourselves. Because that's what it's supposed to look like at 5. Am I ready? I don't know. I'm like, I guess I'm as ready as I'll ever be. I do want to see what our cam looks like. Oh my God. This one right here, wherever that Malacha, whatever that bridge is that one for me. Because that camera is shaking. Look at the water. Chat going crazy. I mean, chat's going wild. Alright, so it looked like it's starting to settle. But the rain is going to get ferocious. Now, Tampa was chilling. It looked like some waves starting to pick up, some rain starting to pick up. Looked like Fort Myers is starting to pick up as well. Oh, I'm tweaking. I ain't even on the live. Look, I'm tweaking. That was a couple minutes ago. The Keys, I mean, they are out there at the water, because I'm like, that water is getting up there, but they are out there. Yeah, and they done pretty much had what they're going to get of it, so they're just getting the after effects, and that's what's also what's sometimes the worst. Oh, somebody put their website on there. That's why I'm like, where do they get these cams from? That's why I'm like, I want to find this camera. Some, like, everyone always talks about this camera when you travel and stuff like that, but I have no idea how to locate that, the satellite, anything that these people be using to track this kind of stuff. Shout out to the super chat. Strong by Adapt, therapeutic for target price, $500 to support research, the first approved engineer for solid tumor. I don't even know what they're talking about. I just like that they sent somebody a super chat. Like, that's all I know. Okay. So, I'm like, let's get back to our live chat. With the Candace Owens.
Became this massive scandal because they were quite literally paying people to vote for Allen to get him into office. And so she told the truth to the police officer. She told the truth on the stand. And she just told them, yeah, I witnessed this exchanging of money. Her niece denied it. But I just think that that's quite strange because shouldn't she be happy with this outcome? I'm going, what's happening here? She's on the team.
Wow. And it's the fact that the niece, well, I guess that man told her she better deny it or else. So that's definitely what it was. But then I'm like, because I'm like, well, what if she wasn't telling the truth? But I would assume she was. And I can say that the niece has more, plausibility to not tell the truth.
Flavor. She was devoting her life to speaking about this in her dry goods store. But then buried in this article is an explosive detail in the midst of all the testimony. When the judge asks her, Christina Brown, what do you do for a living?
Wow. And the judge asked. Because again, for you to even be there, what do you do? This must have been when the judge was judging.
She answers, I'm a washerwoman. I said, what's a washerwoman?
Because what the hell is it? Oh. A washerwoman. That's a new one for me. A washerwoman.
A washerwoman is a woman who quite literally washes. Just what it sounds like. Just that simple. It means that her job
Oh, like she not only washes clothes, windows. Wow.
was to wash the clothes and the sheets and to hang them out to dry. Now let's again bring up that photo of Miss Chrissy that Donald shares. Okay.
Exactly. Looks like a woman that will work outside.
Sitting outside, like I said, looks like a woman who's wearing her Sunday best, potentially for a picture. I never felt that this was a woman who was running a dry goods store and had an active life in politics. I rather did feel that we were missing something here. Why would Christiana Brown, in this case, tell the judge that she was a washerwoman? Maybe it's because Donald is lying.
I was about to say, because she was. Because she most certainly was a washerwoman. Come a liar, come a liar, come a liar. And her brother too. But as I said, they've been trained to do this. But then I'm like, because I feel bad even saying trained, but then I'm just thinking about the whole video with Ray, and he's like coaching Melody and Epic about what's going on, all that kind of stuff. But and I wasn't expecting that from him. So if he does it, oh please.
About everything. I want to be very clear here. I believe that Donald did know Christiana Brown, the washerwoman. I believe that Donald J. Harris did know Iris Finnegan, the agricultural laborer, and her daughter, Beryl, but I do not believe that they were his kin.
Okay. So he may have known them, but because even if come a liar, who was sitting on that woman's lap, and he's older than her, he's been around these people, but okay. Because now, Yeah.
I believe they worked for his kin. So what does that mean? Well, it means that it's likely that whoever Christiana worked for, whoever's laundry it was that she was washing, were very politically inclined based upon the questions that were being asked of her in that examination. Again, we'll include a link for this on Locals. You can read this yourself. But the questions that they're asking her, it implies to me that clearly, wherever she is working, there's a lot of political action happening around her. And if her niece was given money to vote for Alan, it was likely because Alan's political team knew that they worked for a family, that her niece worked for a family that supported Alan, right?
And he paid her to vote. Now, if somebody paid me to vote for them, would I? Ain't that what I'm asking for right now? Cut the check. Who gonna do it? That'll tell us who really for the people. I don't see nothing fraudulent about that. You tell me you vote for me $1,300 a week? Absolutely. Get in there right now. It's terrible. It's terrible.
And go around with cash, giving it to these low-level workers on a farm if you weren't sure the people who were running this farm were friendly to your campaign. So that made me go, okay, that name, the last name Alan is at least familiar. I now know that he's connected to Bustamante. I now know that Donald is lying about even Christiana Harris. That's every single relative that they have presented a picture of. They are lying about what they do, and we have documentation of the fact that they are lying about what they do, that these were workers, and they effectively stole their identities and turned them into someone else. So I thought, let me look into this guy who was running.
And that's crazy, to steal someone's identity and to use it for your own. I mean, there's a whole movie about that, but I'm just like, for it to be done in such a political way is unnerving. It's never that serious. First of all, we don't care about your... I hate to say it like that, but that's the truth of the matter. We don't care about where you're from. We don't care about your mama. We don't care about your upbringing. We don't care about anyone that's associated with you. We don't care about who you decide that you date. We don't care about any of that until we find out you aren't forthcoming about any of that. That's where it's just like, well, at that point, this becomes a bit problematic, because why would you lie? Why would you leave this out? Or why would you try to make it seem like it was something else? That's where it becomes very problematic. But if you say, I am a black gay man Or if you want to say, I'm a gay man that's running to be the president of the United States, I give y'all $1,300 a month. I will make sure that we just basically give you all the bells and whistles that you want. So y'all really gonna discount this man because he's gay? No, we're gonna let you get right up there, do what needs to be done. But when you want to sit up here and pretend and be pretentious and do other things, and then we find out for some scandal, and then you got us looking stupid, that be the issue, right there.
Harold Egbert Allen, Bustamante's protege, so to speak, that had agents that were going around trying to rig an election with cash, allegedly. Allegedly. I didn't actually see what the conclusion of the case was, but I'm going to guess, given the amount of power that Bustamante had, that he won the election and that the case was just shut down. So again, I'm going to show you this guy again, this Bustamante guy. Start looking into him, and there's some curious facts that came up.
Cause that's Bustamante. Child, I thought Bustamante was the other man. So now that's why I'm like, I'm glad she gave us pictures and stuff. Cause child, again, like she said, there's so many people, so many moving parts. I really thought Bustamante was the Jamaican man. I can't believe Bustamante is him.
Curiously enough, he was married to a woman who came to be known as Lady Idris Allen. Idris Allen. Now,
Idris Allen, who we know as Idris Finnegan. Because, no, Iris. That's what she said. She said her name is Iris Finnegan. Or maybe it's Idris, whatever it is. And, yeah, and then she became Finnegan. Because on the birth certificate, it said surname or something like that, Allen.
This is pure speculation, but in my head, I'm just taking you through my thought process. I was like, that sounds like Iris Allen, but it's Idris Allen.
But that woman also has on jewelry. That woman is... Candace. I'm like, yeah, that woman right there. She looked like she was worth some money.
Okay, whatever, but like that's who he's married to. And then I sort of came to the conclusion that actually that Idris Allen, you can show a picture of her again. I think she's the real person who raised Donald Harris.
Right, that's why I'm like, wouldn't be surprising at all. Would not be surprising. I'm not even gonna say would not be surprising at all, but I'm just saying that's more likely because she looks like someone that again comes from money, comes from, you know, let's say I guess affluence, yeah.
I believe that she is actually potentially Donald Harris's true mother. And it's why she doesn't speak about Beryl. He won't speak about his mother. Because I think that is his mother. I'm going to tell you why.
Oh, wait. I wasn't expecting her to say that. Because if that's his mom, that's what he's saying is Kamalaya's grandma. What? Because I'm just like, yeah, Candace, break it down. Oh, break it down.
Idris Allen began her career as a clerk working at a dry goods store called Sherlock and Smith. She soon began working as a department supervisor of...
Okay. So she is the one that is talking and because she looked like it. As I said, that woman make more
another dry goods store, Nathan & Co. Limited, and she worked and operated that store for 10 years.
Happy 12:30 p.m., y'all. Happy 12:30 p.m. I don't know if you love a good sequence of numbers. And I also want to check on okay. Well, it got real bad over there at one point, but the sun coming up. Yeah. I can't wait for it. It looked like when it come through, because see, like we said, we had them officers out there, but then at one point they had to skedaddle because it got real. It got real. But it looked like once it comes through, it just, oh my God. That's something like, just please stay out in the water. Stay out in the water. Yeah. Okay. Whew. I'm like, okay. Well, we should be out. We should be good soon. God be with us.
And of course, don't even get me started. She was steep in labor right politics because look who she eventually married. They stayed married for 10 years, or a little more than 10 years. They got married in 1941, and then he literally, it says, died suddenly in 1953. So they were married for 12 years. She fought extensively for social welfare programs, otherwise known as hand your kids to the state. She was a good commie. And let me tell you what's interesting about that.
Hold on.
In 1953, so they were married for 12 years. She fought extensively for social welfare programs, otherwise known as hand your kids to the state. She was a good commie. And let me
Not hand your kids to the state. She was a good kind. Oh my God. Hand your kids to the state is crazy, Candace.
What's interesting about that? You see, I noticed this thing that it tends to be the people that fight the hardest for social welfare programs. When you look into their families, it turns out that they were the ones that owned the slaves. Why do you think it would be that the people that owned the slaves and clearly did not believe in social welfare suddenly became the most vigorous, loudest voices for social equality? These were the people that were establishing the unions. Does that make sense to you? You have to actually think like a slave owner for a second, right? So you're a slave owner, you're running a plantation, business is good. Like you are the boss of everything.
My dog said you have to think like a girl. I can't do that. But like she said, I was rather her say think like a business owner that's running a business of people at that point in time. Because I'm just like, oh Lord, like she said, business is good, business is good. Because like she said, they're calling themselves laborers at this point. But it's just like no, no. Like I mean yeah, but no, like you're very much still an enslavement. You know, but I guess they calling it laborers because they could go home. I'm like I don't know.
Okay, it's like, yup, don't care what's happening to the slaves, whipping slaves, turning out profit. And then suddenly the government says no more slavery. We're going to pay you for your slaves like they did for the descendants of Hamilton Brown. We know that Kamala's family got what would effectively have been $11 million for their slaves. The British government did pay them for their slaves in Jamaica.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. But you always want to talk about Donnie people and what he got and all this other kind of stuff. Girl, shut up. And was loud and wrong about it at that.
Okay? But you're not just going to be like cool with having lost all of your power. You're going to organize and figure out how to maintain your power again. You don't just go, oh, well, now I know yesterday we were whipping you, but now I love you, slave. That doesn't make sense, okay? So slavery gets abolished, and in about 1883, the UK abolishes slavery.
Right.
Or I guess like, the British Empire abolishes slavery, and that means Jamaica and suddenly got to release their slaves, and most of the slaves stay on. Like my grandparents' descendants stayed on and became like sharecroppers. They just worked the farms because they didn't really know what to do with their lives. And then those slave owners got together and started planning, like, how do we just re-enslave them in a different way? And that tool to re-enslave them is government.
Well, because it's like, well, since y'all still want to stay, and that's why I'm like, I don't care what they did back then, because that don't got nothing to do with me. Okay? I understand. I do understand. Okay? But I mean, like, if push come to shove, I'm like, I don't know if I would do some of the stuff that they went through, because like I said, child, if I was the type of person that had to be enslaved, I'd be Harriet Tubman, bitch. I'm out. I don't give a bitch, risking it, don't care, because you got me messed up, first of all, or I'm finna take you out. There's no way I'm about to be just and it ain't even like these your mom and your daddy. These are, I don't even like calling them owners. That's why I'm like, well, like I said, I guess they quote unquote owners of people, but y'all
You get your family involved in politics, and then you tell those former slaves that you're fighting for their freedom, and all they have to do is keep fighting for more governance.
Right, and keep saying, vote for me, vote for me, vote for me. Excuse me.
What is more governance? It's slavery. It's slavery. But you dress it up as freedom. You know, you're like, oh, social welfare programs. Like, we're going to have your kids. We're going to raise your kids. We're going to do this. We're going to offer you free handouts. And suddenly next thing you know, you're being taxed into oblivion. And all of your money, all of your earnings, you think you're working and you're independent. But your earnings are actually going to the very same people that enslaved you.
Told y'all. I, as a single individual, can't even afford to make more than $25,000 without being in a tax bracket that I can't afford to be in. And that's just after taxes. That's after taxes. Like 20 is the cap. Cause yeah, like if I make over 40,000 a year, oh babe, you are going to get so taxed out the ass. It's like, who do you think you are to make more than $50,000 and not have a kid to spend it on? Just trying to survive in life. Not only life but abundantly, like God want for me. Okay. But why are you taking half of my money and then making me pay you some more that I already don't have? Cause y'all only giving me $1,002 on a paycheck. What am I supposed to do? I don't know either. Right.
So yes, I find it interesting that Idris got so involved, the descendant of wealthy slave owners from Barbados, got so involved in labor politics and was really cared about social politics, wanted to make sure about the social welfare of people was okay. What does it sound like to you? This is what it sounds like to me. And then you have Mr. Christie still, who knows? I have no idea. Still don't know why we're referring to a Mr. Christie in this piece. I have no idea who it is. But
because they're just making up random people and putting them in this woman's story so that she has people that love it, that support her, I guess. Because I don't know what the image is that they're trying to paint. Besides, oh, it's all these random black people. That's what it is. Okay.
What we do learn about Harold Allen, which I found interesting, so Idris's husband, is that he was also the headmaster of Titchfield Upper School. Now, if you remember a couple of episodes, I told you that the first time we can find a trace of Donald J. Harris, it's at Titchfield Upper School. He's listed, he's like 17 years old, and he's listed there. It's just a school photo, and his name happens to pop up as a 17-year-old. Otherwise, it's been very difficult to find anything on him. Do you guys understand, like, what I am piecing together here? It is my view today that Kamala Harris descends from a long line of wealthy slave owners who then turned into communist leaders with the explicit goal of overthrowing countries and overriding people's independent freedom under the guise of offering them more freedom, more handouts.
Well, I wouldn't have even laid it down like that, but I'm glad she did. I'm really glad she did because, yeah, I wouldn't have laid it down. Wow. I would have just said, come from a long list of liars. No, it's deeper than that. She done called them commies, tyrants, I mean, but that's what it is. But like I said, I'm still training myself on how to be as well versed as Miss Owens. I'm like, is it a team or is this off the dome? I mean, even if it's not, off the dome and then just onto the show, like if it's written down and then she's like reading it back, that's still good. But whatever the case may be, even if it's Chat GPT, whatever the case may be, I can get jiggy with it.
This seems to be the picture that we are painting on both sides of her family. Her mother came from a wealthy Indian communist family. Okay, now we know, or I have a suspicion, that her father as well came from a wealthy family of slave owners. I do believe that this is his true mother, not Beryl. And I'm going to again now show you a different chart. This is just me putting together what I think the true family tree is.
Wait a minute, Candace. I'm like, there's another chart. Girl, I'm like, bring the first one back up. Look, bring the first one back up. We need to do a side-by-side comparison because I'm like, yeah, he put the white iris as his mother and then put the other iris as a question mark because I don't even believe she was on the chart. But like she said, now she believes that you think this would be, being that she's older than this man? Oh, but she lived to 1995 and he only lived to god doggone 1976. And she was born before him? God dog. But it looked like her mama was born, 1938. Her daddy is 1936.
Obviously, this is going to take a lot more investigation, but I don't know about Shamala Goffin yet. I'm still investigating her. I'm really sticking with Donald Harris yet because I haven't felt like we've answered all the questions, and the Lady Idris Allen thing opened up a huge door. But I think these are his parents.
Nah, we don't even have to do the mama because we know she not black. That's what it is. That's why Candace ain't going into it, because just like, girl, we know you Indian. But as far as the daddy is concerned, it's like, who is the daddy for real? Because he is alive. Why can't he just tell us? Oh, because she estranged from her daddy.
I believe Lady Idris Allen, who allegedly had no children at all, and you can see she lived a very long life. And he describes, the women who raised him and lived a long life, and says, oh, she died, and it was very hard for me, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, Lady Idris Allen, if I'm correct, and that is his mother, that would be a massive secret.
Yeah, because I'm like, Candace, how would you even get there to that being his, oh, because of the woman that she is and the woman that he described the other woman to be, who we clearly know she's not. Because like I said, the photos are different. One got on diamonds in her ears, on her necks, hair done, like I said, sitting on the inside. She not standing on the outside with no chair, behind no chair, in the most homely looking clothes, like Candace said, Sunday best for the help type deal. No, it was clearly a difference in the photos. But he made the woman that clearly looks poor have a more polished story. And the woman that literally has that story looks so polished and like she is everything that she said. Not that that woman could not have been, but again, it's just more plausible. Also, let me check on Milton. All right.
Would be a massive secret we're hiding, because it would mean that she essentially descends from communist slave-owning royalty who intentionally divided people and moved them across into different countries and put them into powerful positions. Now, again, this is my conclusion based on what I am seeing. There is just no way. There's no way, okay? If there was a way, I would buy a lottery ticket. That all three of the relatives that they listed, Christiana Brown, Beryl, and Miss Iris, that all three we can find records of. But we find them records as workers and not the owners that they allege that they were. Unless this is a case of stolen identity. Unless we are looking at something that is so diabolical and sick that they stole the identity of all of them.
Because I'm just like, are we serious? But kinda. All right, y'all, so I see where there's some birds that are come out. Maybe they're looking for food before it actually gets real, because they're very low. Yeah, they're on the ground. They're not even at the top of the trees hanging out like they normally do. They are very, very low. They're on the ground. It's even babies. It look like they really just trying to get some food and skedaddle. Because like I said, they all just came out of nowhere. I know that's right, God. Yes, because like you said, he going to provide for me. And why, if the birds got to worry about where they eat, why would you even worry about? The birds don't worry about it. And we do have lots of lizards, caterpillars. I've seen worms. Yeah. 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 And I'm looking at quite a few birds. Hop arounds. I hope y'all can hear them do their little chirping. I love nature. That's why I'm like, God be with us during this storm, because I'm like, here we go again. I can't believe this.
Because they needed to create a family tree that would obscure Kamala's true heritage. And the lack of reaction, the lack of an explanation that we are getting, knowing that there are millions of people watching this series, leads me to believe that they are hiding this truth. Also, now suddenly the trail has gone cold with me speaking with Donald Harris's brother. Again, I sense that he was being honest in saying that he did not know. Don't forget, his own brother does not know who his mother is. He says Donald Harris is exceedingly private about that.
Oh. So his own brother doesn't know who his mother is? Girl, I wasn't expecting you to say that. Huh. Because I'm like, is that so? Is that so?
Why on earth would you need to be exceedingly private about who your mother was? Unless she was someone who was very powerful who was very connected and someone who was very involved in politics, unless she was someone who was in support of a man who was rounding up and calling for the extermination of Rastafarians.
So they gave this man a whole nother mama. Wow.
And you needed the public to believe, despite having that in your line. Yes, let's exterminate the Rastafarians. You were going to be so sick and twisted as to sell to the American public that this woman was the first black female president of the United States. Yeah, you'd want to cover that up. So I have a lot of questions here, and I think it, like I said, it is very likely that Donald Harris actually knew these people, because according to just what I've been able to research, and I've been researching this all day, his mother, or who I believe could be his mother, Idris Allen, was very, very busy. By all accounts, she traveled a lot, and so he would have been raised and had meaningful relationships with the help on hand.
Kamala too. Okay. Wow. But I'm like, even during that time as a black person, I'm like, wow. Okay.
So he's just pretty much merging his memories. This is my mom. She did actually own a dry goods store. She's in and out. She's traveling with politics. She's in the Barbados Islands. She's here and she's there. And then I'm plausibly being raised by Miss Iris, right? Plausibly being shown things by whoever he is fading that memory in with Christiana Brown, the laundress. He's plausibly around these people while his mom is traveling. And that, again, would explain why Donald Harris has been so private about his mother.
But you don't have to lie about that. You could just thank the village that helped, raise you, help you become who you are, the love, the support, all of that, whatever which they would have given you. But trying to merge all of that. But then I'm just thinking about people that aren't raised by their parents, and then there are people that are just like, very private about that. Like, you don't tell anyone, like, just make it seem like I am your biological parent.
All right, guys, I'm going to take a quick break here before we then speak about some other things Kamala Harris has said. Here's some exciting news. We just too close right now to the White House, and they wanted to gain power in government. That is my theory that Kamala, /Candace, go ahead to it right now. All right, so that is my theory that Kamala was raised by militant Marxists who explicitly wanted to gain power in government. It's a terrifying theory. It means that.
Yeah, because I'm like that. I do agree with that theory, especially just knowing what her dad. Like I said, I don't even know how she finds everything so funny. Like I said, I know how I laugh to keep from crying, but I'm like the state of which our lives in, and you always find, like, I've never ever seen someone that laughs as much as she does. Like, it's not the time nor place to laugh. Girl, I mean, it's not always, and she's such a Libra, that's probably what it is. Because she always be looking for somebody to laugh with her. Like, right? Isn't that funny? I'm so funny. No. And they do have it naturally in them, but sometimes it's just, because I'm like, Cardi does it too sometimes. She does a lot of stuff that's just naturally funny. But then there are times where she's just trying to force it, and it's just like they say, dragging it.
Woman should not. She's way too close right now to the White House, and it is not a person that you want in control of this country, because there is, if that is proven correct, likely an entire network of people that she is working with worldwide. No question about it, and it is only going to lead to us having less independence and control over our independent lives.
Not even about them being white. It's just about them being not being. I was just honestly want to say in good spirits. Because it just means we might have some demons that are in control, that are still in control. Because I'm like, they're obviously in our office now. I'll ask that woman, do you think there's anything that you would do different from Joe Biden? That woman basically said no. Okay, I understand that you don't want to go against this man, but if you're telling us that there's nothing that you would change, that means the state of our lives will be the same. No, you need to be working on turning these prices down, turning these wages up, not having any wars. Whatever else we got going on, make it right. And that's why I'm like, y'all better be right, so things don't keep going left.
It is certainly a far cry from her story about growing up middle class. It's something that she just keeps saying. Take a listen.
And I come from the middle class. Look, my mother raised my sister and me. She worked hard.
I'm tired of hearing
this. She saved
this.
up. By the time I was a teenager, she was able to buy our first home.
Tired of hearing this.
home ownership for too many people in our country now is elusive,
Okay, girl, that don't mean we still gonna be able to afford a home just because you're in office. Girl, because again, yes, you want to give us this little money for it, but again, we still can't afford it after that. So what are we gonna do afterwards to maintenance it? That's why, like I said, these people get in these homes and they get them for 2, 3, 4, maybe, whatever the case may be. But then it's like foreclosed, whatever the case may be.
She's just so fake. Take another listen to her saying that again.
I believe we need to grow.
She is so funny. My girl said she is so fake. Listen to her say that again. That's why I said I'm tired of hearing the story. We know. I can't even say it like that because I just started getting into politics. So if you've never turned on politics, you probably haven't heard this story. But since I got into it, that's all I done heard this woman say. Okay? We only been here for about a good month. And that's all the story is. That's what I said. So fake. I agree with Candace.
Our middle class and make sure our economy works for everyone. For people. Like the people in the neighborhood where I grew up. And the hardworking Americans I meet every day across our nation.
Okay, girl.
Strange little commie. Okay, so it's been brought to my attention, by the way, that Kamala Harris, during her formative years, lived in Canada in an exceedingly wealthy community. Okay.
That was brought to my attention as well. I say, well, what now? I mean, they talked about the school. I mean, they talked about everything. It was like, girl.
Like a very wealthy community. Kamala did move to Canada at the age of 11 or 12 years old, and she graduated from Westmount High School in 1981. And the public school is in the wealthiest suburb of Montreal. She attended Vernier College in Montreal, and then she moved to Howard University in Washington, D.C. And even when the New York Times was looking into Kamala Harris and describing her upbringing, they wrote this. Eventually, the family settled on the top floor of a spacious Victorian home in an affluent neighborhood bordering Westmount on Grosvenor Avenue.
She got a spacious Victorian home. That sounds real nice. Not only spacious. I mean, not only Victorian, but spacious. Because most Victorian homes be real small, cute, dainty, quaint, But, because the bigger homes be like those. It's like mezzo, like the Mexican style homes, especially like in, California and stuff like that. But, okay.
One of Canada's wealthiest districts. It was a comfortable home with high ceilings, hardwood floors, Persian carpets, recalled Miss Kagan.
Now hold on, I grew up. Like I said, my parents, I grew up up class, in middle upper class with my grandparents. But I'm just saying, wait a minute, bitch, you had a Picasso in your house? Big. Them rugs came from Home Goods. We didn't even have Home Goods back then. Maybe we did. I don't know. We'll say Bed Bath and Beyond. That's definitely sound like some place my mom used to get rugs from. They used to be like on the little racks and you just like flip through them. Yeah, that sound about right. Persian rugs. Girl, Frank Lucas your daddy or something? Persian rugs.
Who first met Miss Harris in 8th grade and lived with her family for a time to escape an abusive stepfather. So Kamala Harris comes from money. And that makes perfect sense given who her mother was and who her father was. And they're trying to obscure this fact again because they want people to think that she has some struggle in her, and she doesn't, okay? She simply does not.
And you don't have to make people think that. Because your parents didn't work hard for you to act like that. I see, like I said, now I see my parents back in the world. Look at all my degrees right here in vain. Understood. Rightfully so. I get it. But let me cook. Because I'm like, girl. But this woman also is 60 plus years old. So, I'm half her age.
Even when this guy, Trevor Williams, who was a former basketball player on the Canadian Olympic team, who dated her sister, Maya Harris, in high school, was speaking to the New York Times, he recalled that the Harris sisters played down their affluence. He said, quote, I didn't even realize at the time that their mother was this high-powered doctor.
Wow. I don't see anything wrong with that. Because they shouldn't act any other way. But I wonder why they would act that way. Especially if it's downplay. Because it's one thing to... I don't know. Because I'm like, Nunu was doing... I mean, like I said, I did it. And then you also do it when you know that you're doing stuff that you ain't got no business doing. They was doing it so they could talk to dudes like him, not the uppity, prestigious boys that their mom would want them to be with. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, she was, because she had a lot of money and she had a lot of connections, and because communists stay connected with one another all around the world, and they were interested again in achieving a type of enslavement over people.
Because commies stay together is crazy, Candace. Oh my gosh, she's quick with it.
Under the guise of freedom.
Quick
So it
with
really is
it.
incredible to revisit that book. The book is driving me crazy now. The truths that we hold, right? Because she speaks about moving to Canada, and she writes this: I was happy just where I was, but when I was in middle school, we had to leave. My mom.
So she, and she said a unique opportunity. Well, that right there is okay. A unique opportunity. Hmm.
I was 12 years old, and the thought of moving away from sunny California in February in the middle of the school year to a French-speaking foreign city covered in 12 feet of snow was distressing to say the least. My mother tried to make it sound like an adventure, taking us to buy our first down jackets and mittens, as though we were going to be explorers of the great northern winter. But it was hard for me to see it that way. It was made worse when my mother told us that she wanted us to learn the language. So she was enrolling us in a neighborhood school for native French speakers, Notre Dame de Nez, Our Lady of Snows. It was a difficult transition, since the only French I knew was from my ballet classes, where Madame Bolie, my ballet teacher, would shout, demi-plie, plie, and up. And I used to joke that I felt like a duck. Okay, so here's the thing.
That's crazy because I do literally have a memory like that. Demi plie. No, let me say it right. Because that was Miss Pinky. Demi plie. Up, down. Demi plie. Up, down. Demi plie. Demi plie. Demi plie. Up, down. That was our what? Plie. Up. I could see little me now because that was the thing. I guess I was like a middle. I don't know. I just think every little girl should do ballet. So I guess I get it. I do get it.
If you attended ballet classes before you got to Canada, you were not having this middle class existence. I mean, it is just such a nonsense. Do you know how expensive ballet is? Okay, I just put my daughter in ballet classes, and when I looked at the price, I was like, what am I doing? She's 2 years old. Like,
That's what I said. I think it's just something that every little girl should do. Because honestly, I wish I was still a ballerina. Honestly, I do still point for fun. I need to do it more. Oh my God. We could literally do ballet lives. It's also great for, ooh, now that would be my workouts. That would be something that I could do every day. One, because I love to dance anyway. Two, because I don't really care to do any hardcore workouts. And three, because that'll help me maintain something light and I already know my ballet workout. And that could be that could be like a warm up if I want to do something else after that, but it'll be good just to do, if nothing more.
running around the class, going like this, doing nothing, and I'm putting her into these ballet classes really because I just think she looks extremely cute in this little ballet outfit with her top bun. But it's expensive with one daughter. They had two, okay? Two daughters in ballet class when she was living in California. We need to stop with this narrative that Kamala Harris grew up middle class. It's so offensive to me. I just can't stand it anymore. If another person says it, I'm going to be sick. I think I'm going to be physically ill if we keep pretending that she is one of two things. One, middle class, and two, black.
Oh. So that's where Candace is going with this, because that middle class is a story that she sells quite often. But she is not middle class. Well, look, I'm like, that's why this matters. Because I'm like, yeah, I have heard that. Yeah, I have heard that. But thank you, Candace, for pointing that out. Because I don't know why the math just math as soon as she said it. Because that makes sense.
Have to stop doing both of those things immediately. Amazingly, she says that she took her hard upbringing in the ballet classes with her. She says, this is a quote, "I was sure to take my upbringing with me to Montreal. One day, Maya and I held a demonstration in front of our building, protesting the fact that kids weren't allowed to play soccer on the lawn. I'm happy to report that our demands were met." Like, I mean, that is just definitively a made-up story. It's just a made-up story. There's no element of that story that is true. Like, you did not demonstrate to play soccer in a lawn in a brand new place in Montreal, Canada. I mean, how many months can you even play soccer up there?
Because why did Candace look, she said you do not have to lie. Oh my goodness. It's just one after the other.
Were you just telling us that it was so cold you had to buy your down jackets and you were sad to say au revoir to your French ballet teacher? What's going on? None of this makes any sense. This book is a treasure trove of bullshit. I am telling you. She then says, eventually I convinced my mother to let me switch to a fine art school where I tried out violin, French horn, and kettle drum alongside my studies in history and math. 1 year we performed Free to Be.
Yeah, because she definitely is setting herself up like, we've always had it. Yeah, like she doesn't even, I don't even know if she realized, I don't even know if she realized what she says. That's why I'm like, they gave her the script, but like, I don't know if she actually like took the time to I don't know if she gets the script beforehand or what the case would be, because girl, it just don't seem like it.
Me from start to finish. I think I'm going to be ill. I think I'm going to be physically ill. But first, I'm going to tell you about American financing because mortgage interest rates are dropping and are now in the fours. If you've been waiting to figure out how to get your finances in order, you need to call my friends at American Financing today because many hardworking Americans are carrying high credit card balances that charge 20% or more each month. It's time to get rid of those. American Financing salary-based mortgage consultants are helping homeowners just like you tap into their home's equity to get out of high interest debt. They're saving their average customer $800 a month by doing this. With the rates dropping, the decision is so easy. All it takes is a 10-minute, no-cost, no-obligation phone call to find out how much you can save. And if you start today, .net, because I was just laughing so hard late into the night. Just read, by the way, before we get out of here. I just need to read some of the comments on yesterday's episode because I was just laughing so hard late into the night, realizing black people are hilarious because they're not trying to be funny and they've just hyper-focused on one thing and they need to talk about it and get it off their chest. And yesterday,
She's talking about black people are funny. Not because they try to be, because we hyper focus on what they know for real. It's just like when people tell me I'm funny, I'm like, first of all, I'm just talking to you. So what you trying to say? What you trying to say? What you trying to say? But then again, like I said, I do try to edutain in what I say, regardless. So there's that.
I was just going through the absurdity of all of her stories in this book, The Truths We Hold, like just trying to blackify herself. Like I personally think she holds contempt for black people. Now that I'm digging into her story and realizing like what her family roots are, I believe her contempt is what she thinks black people are stupid and she can just make up something about her background and will go for it.
Exactly, because like I said, that's what's been happening for so long that they feel like, why not? Like, this is like, when did y'all decide that y'all actually had some sense? Not only as black, but just as people together. It's just like, oh, y'all know a little something? Yeah, our bad. Yeah, your bad.
Collard greens in the bathtub, very disgusting, obviously. Just common sense, absolutely disgusting. Where you shower, got hair, skin, I don't know what else is in people's showers, what gets caught in the drain. You don't just drop food in there. It's just not a thing that you should do. And it's obvious that if it's a thing that you do, it's just not going to be a thing that a black person does. This is honestly, we're getting now into like basic science, right? Some black people do not do these things. So these are some comments from yesterday's episode that I wanted to read. Marie writes, black people don't wash greens in the bathtub. Not only is that disgusting, it's insulting.
Hello. That's how I said. That's how I'm like, baby, listen. Okay? The collard greens in the bathtub comment was exactly, like I said, how I knew this woman was not at all a black woman. Because like I said, it don't matter how long a grandma has to cook them greens for her family and how many people that she's cooking for. Excuse me, she's not going to cook them greens in the bathtub. And I'm like, my stepdad's mom is a sibling of 19, so it's 20 of them, okay? Her mama was cooking for 20 kids plus anyone else, whether that's cousins, whether that's neighborhood kids, whether that's whatever the case may be, okay? Not in the history of black people have I heard anyone say that they wash their food in the god doggone bathtub. Like I said, black people look at you funny for washing your dog in the bathtub because, again, we bathe there, kids bathe there, food doesn't go there, and you really got to love your pet like a child to put it in that bathtub, okay? We don't do stuff like that. So for you to even pander this to people, like that's something that black people do, and that's why you are a black woman. And that's what I'm saying. I don't like when they go try to find people to cosplay as a black woman. I was saying, instead of going to get Condoleezza Rice, but she's not a puppet. But oh well, stop trying to control people. White man, you got to take a step back. Go play golf or do something else. Like, so I'm like, baby, y'all need to write in Condoleezza Rice since y'all don't want to vote for Donnie, because I don't know, y'all better not vote for Kamala.
I am Tamaya writes, been black American all my life and never seen anybody cook greens in the bathtub. Les McKenzie writes, someone should have asked her how they cooked collard greens in her house. Who the hell watches collard greens in a bathtub? Bon Wolf writes, I'm an older woman from the country. Back in the day, we called the large containers used for cleaning greens tubs. No one used a bathtub.
Exactly. Now there is, like she said, the big tubs, like bucket tubs. But she talking about I had to wash it in a tub. No. And then again, there could be some white person that wrote that because they heard black people say they washed it in the tub, but not knowing that it's a bucket tub. Not because what she was saying, she was literally trying to make it seem like black people wash their collard greens in the tub. And I promise you, we don't.
Clean their greens. Not knowing this detail is where she messed up the lie. She is full of crap.
Hello, baby. That's why I said that, baby. If you ever if you wanted anyone to believe that you were black, that right there is how we know for a fact of that matter that you are not. Washing your food in the tub is where you, baby, that's some white people stuff. I'm sorry, that's what I said. I don't know what white man wrote that. Because it wasn't Biden, because he barely alive. I know it wasn't him. And I'm like, I know that B.O. ain't that dang slow to write that one in there. Maybe she really threw that one in there because she done heard that from somewhere. But, baby, that wasn't it. It fell flat, okay? Because it's bombastic, sight-eye, criminally offensive, the way you lie.
Proctor writes, nobody black is washing collard greens in the tub. Nobody. Leonard writes, how does a Hindu Indian woman raise two proud black girls? That's in response to her sitting down with Matt Barnes and being like, my mother raised two proud black girls. Literally, how?
How? Because first of all, your mom is Indian. If anything, she taught you to be a strong Indian woman, a strong mixed woman, but your mama didn't teach you to be no strong black woman. Like, why lie like that? That's why I said she would have been better off just keeping her stance of, I'm an Indian black woman. Like I said, I ain't trying to give her no help on her to run her ways, because I damn sure don't want come alive to do a thing no more. So, I'm not even finna tell her what she should do. Because every time she try to do something, it's just like, girl, did you not understand the assignment, okay? She be so busy laughing, comprehend.
The math isn't mathing, Kamala. How does that work? Can anybody do that? Can anybody just raise two proud black girls? I just don't get it. Cecilia writes, very interestingly, I am an Indian still living in India. Kamala's mother was an Iyer Brahmin, an upper caste who are very, very prejudiced, and blacks don't stand a chance. To suggest that her mother raised her and her sister to be two proud black women in white America is really awkward. Yes, as I said, I want to do like an entire week dedicated to Kamala's mother. I might even do an entire week dedicated to Doug Emhoff. I should, but he hasn't said anything about Janet Jackson. I'm sure right now he's just like, you know what, I love Janet Jackson. I'm not going to say anything about Janet Jackson. Doug is probably realizing right now to just stay away from the topic of Janet Jackson altogether. And Kamala probably wishes she did. I feel like maybe Michelle Obama called and was just like, girl, did you really have to go for Janet Jackson? And she was like, I didn't actually go.
Like we said, that's where we draw the line at. That not even that's where we draw the line at, because we drew the line a long time ago. But then once you started talking about Janet, who has worked so hard, like I said, she already had to deal with her daddy her whole life, okay? He was always climbing on top of her, all of her siblings, all her life, okay? After she got rid of him, then the world want to ridicule. I ain't gonna say she got rid of him, but I'm just saying, she didn't have to deal with him no more. Then the world want to ridicule her, and now she's finally coming back, and you decided you're gonna open your mouth about the Janet Jackson. This is where we put our foot on your neck. Okay, that's why I said when them votes come through, that's why I said y'all better vote right. Cause baby, do y'all see how left this is going? We don't need to go any more left. Okay, it's okay. We've seen what we needed to see.
This music that I said I grew up with, but we're here, and I'm gonna keep going. And I know that there was a lot that's happening. Also, that woman that I highly suspect, is Donald Harris's real mother that he's hiding and merging all of these stories with, or I guess she could be a grandmother, but no, I think it's actually his mother, because the timeline of when she's born in 1909 and he is then born in 1938. I very much believe that the more that we look into her, we will be able to sort of establish this network of people who I believe are working on behalf of Bustamante and other people who have very shady backgrounds, just appeared in countries and began overthrowing things under the guise of freedom. And I just really want to illustrate here. This makes Kamala Harris exceedingly dangerous.
And that's all we're trying to say. Exceedingly. I mean, the background of who she is, the genetic makeup of who she is, the real person that she is behind the mask, behind that laugh, behind the real "we did it, Joe," because I still want to know what that means, because like I said, it's been quite unsettling. She said she did what? We did it, Joe. I guess because I didn't want them to win, because I'm like, it was just very unsettling for me. Just hearing that, it just seems like she said we did it because they know they had to put on a show to get them votes, because Donnie was a shoo-in to win. It was once she put her divine iron brothers and sisters to the task of getting to the polls, and they did, and convinced everyone around them to vote that way, because they weren't going to vote for Donnie anyway, which was crazy. Like the pandemic was his fault. Like what happened after 2019 was his fault. Because in first 2 years, 2017 and 2019, please, life was great. I don't care what y'all talking about. 2007, it's especially since, summer 17, exactly, like, was a summer to remember. Come on. That's why I'm just like, please act right. That's what I'm saying. It's just so much right that need to just be going on here.
I don't quite think people understand what we are dealing with here. If you have a woman who has a grandparent or a great-grandparent who was tight with Bustamante, who was rounding up Rastafarians and cutting their dreads off and killing and torturing them.
Because they don't want them to be tied to their blackness. Because they don't want them to be tied to their blackness. If you don't want them to be black, what do you want them to be? If not black, what and why? What's the point? What's the issue? And that's why I can't figure out what her deal is, what her issue is. It's just like, girl, like, I hate to say that I would love to sit down with her because I don't. But I love to pick people's brains. I love to read people's minds. I love to get inside people's heads. So just to see what's going on, it's honestly nothing in there. Just when I just feel like I just transport there, it sounds just like God dog, like I said, wind howling from a hurricane would be like, woo. You don't hear nothing but wind. Nothing. It just does seem very empty. I mean, nothing. She literally responds to whatever you say and giggles. And responds to whatever you say, and like they say, word salad. I like that little white word that they use. I like that one. And word salads. But other than that, ain't nothing really being said, because every time she talks, it's just like, what's the point? You forget what the question was. It's just like, where's your answer? Like, girl, what is going on? And then you have to go back and be like, what was the question? And I realized I'm not the only person that does that, because somebody made a whole reel about that. And I saw a reaction video to someone who was watching the same video that I watched. And they were like, what was the question? And I was like, okay, so I'm glad it's not just me. And it was 4 people in that video. Only one person remembered what the question was. And I was just like, dang, I got to get like him. But yeah, when she be talking, I'm like, what was the question? Because every time somebody asks her something, she's talking about everything else. And I only saw one person that said, okay, but you haven't answered my question. And he kept going, he was like, but you haven't answered my question. And like I said, that was that same company that they came back and said ended up editing an answer in for her when he was just like, what's the question? And she wouldn't answer. They took all of that out and just put in an insert to something that she said earlier as an answer to promote it. I don't know what that was about, but I did see a video that, like I said, they showed the two. Because I saw when he was just like, but you haven't answered the question, you haven't answered the question, you haven't answered the question. And then when they showed the promo clip of him answering the question and then her answering, it was just like, well, that's strange, because that's definitely not the case.
And calling for a genocide of them, who can just not have any guilt, even slight guilt about that, and just pull out a black card and just be like, yeah, like I'm going to be the first black president, and talking about her heritage in Harlem. Like, someone who's capable of that just feels nothing in their soul, is not a person that you want to give more power to.
Because the character flaws are greater than any character flaws that y'all see in Donnie. Let me tell you that, because again, he dresses his skeletons up and hangs out with them for spooky season. She puts hers in the closet, puts them so far back that she hopes that she never has to see them, that no one ever sees them if they come back to her room. She wants them to blend in, be incognito, invisible. I mean, and it doesn't work like that, because you know what it is? It's never that serious. That's why he can even go through all this criminal stuff, whatever the case may be, and just like, so what? I'm fighting and I'm getting over. Y'all lied on me. That's the reason why I'm in these positions. I'm fighting them and I'm winning. So when y'all telling the story, make sure y'all tell that part of the story and don't leave stuff out. That's why when he said that, and she never has anything to say about anything that he rebuttals her with the facts. Anytime anyone rebuttals her with the facts, she doesn't say anything. That's why I was really surprised when she went on The View and she was hanging out with Whoopi Goldberg, and I noticed when she kept talking, she was looking at Whoopi Goldberg. She didn't look at any of those other women. Anytime she told her black stories, she's looking at Whoopi Goldberg of like the black girl confirmation. Girl. And it's Whoopi. And I was just like, now, Whoopi, let me find out, because I've loved you my whole life, okay? Let me find out. I'm going to have a problem with you, because, girl, that was a sellout. Because some of that stuff, I would have been like, girl, nah, wait a minute. I don't, why would you do that? Like, it was questionable. It's not black at all. It's just like, girl, that's very white people of you. That's very caucus of you. I see why you married a white man. I don't know, whatever you want to say about it, but it's just like, girl, you cannot sit up here and act like, I'm a black woman that's for black women. Because first of all, Whoopi Goldberg is a black woman that's a black woman, and you don't guess is a black woman. Kamala, again, that's why I said, is that racially ambiguous. You really don't know if she's a black woman. And that's why she gets to make up this, I am, because my skin tone has a tan. That's what I could say. Because her feet are so light. I looked at an interview, and the way her face is so much tanner than her hands and her feet really made me mad. And I'm also going to say that here on October 9th at 1:17 p.m. So that's why I said if I see that her hands and her feet are darker after today, I'm going to feel some type of way. Because like I said, when I looked, she was just sitting down on a chair. Because like I said, I'm really trying to keep up and see what's going on, because I'm not trying to be biased, and I want to know, I want to make informed decisions. So I'm doing my best to keep up with everything in front of y'all and behind the scenes. So that way, like I said, I can make an informed decision about what's going on around me. This does affect my life. So there's just that. Like I said, gas, everything is just sky high, okay? Wages just too low. That's what I know. So that's just that. But we're going to get back into it so we can finish this up and wrap this up.
So I am calling on Kamala Harris and her team to simply answer these questions. I'm calling upon them. I think that we have produced enough evidence here that something is not adding up, that this is now legitimately substantiated, that there are a lot of holes in their official legend that they tried to establish for the public back in 2019. I think it would be the correct thing to respond to it meaningfully, to tell us where to look so that we can make sense of your background. Maybe
all she's going to do is make some more stuff just like they did this. We can't call on her for anything. Can't call on her for anything except hope. You're going to hope that you're going to get an answer, baby. That's all I can tell you, because it's not going to happen. It's not. The truth won't be there if you call on that woman. She's presented lie after lie.
there is really just a double barrel Christiana and another Iris who really did live the lives that you say that they lived, who happen to have the same names of the workers who worked exactly where they worked. Maybe there is. I'm open to that 2% possibility. And again, I'm not doing this because I am trying to
milk.
Say that she doesn't have a right to respond to it. I'm doing this because this investigation is important to understanding who it is who is asking for more power in America.
Amen. 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 Yes. Because, yes, she's definitely asking, to be in a more powerful position. And all she's going to do is get up there and laugh and giggle, child, and not care. Honestly, she might be worse than the white man. I hate to say it like that, but I'm just like, I feel like something be going on. And if something annoy her, she don't want to deal with it. She'll be the type to just, don't worry about it, and just turn around and just, go back inside or something. Child, I'm done talking about this, and just wave her hand and be done with it. And it's just like, what? No. That's why I'm like, no, because I would rather someone that actually does address issues head on, not in word salads, and actually knowing what's going on, actually thinking for themselves, actually, miss, my mom comes from this and my people come from this. Well, girl, act like it. Because one thing about it, Donnie don't. He ain't out here pretending to be.
It is the most relevant thing. And yes, this began with something very simple, Janet Jackson, but now we are somewhere so far beyond that every single person should be interested. Because as I said, if you have it within you to take the identity of Black people who were washing your clothes, right, dealing with your plantation, your sugar plantation, which means they were descendants of the slaves that you owned, and you felt nothing when you stole their identity to create a story about yourself so that other Black people would be enslaved by you in a different country, you are disturbed.
I wholeheartedly agree, 1,000%. It is very disturbing that you don't think that this is disturbing. And that's why I'm like, y'all are not mad enough. Y'all are not outraged enough. Like I said, I will ask people, who are you voting for? They will say that they're voting for Kamala. I ask them why. They say stupid reasons like, oh, because she's Black. Oh, because she's female. Oh, because we're part of our, Greek fraternity sorority life together. No one is saying anything about her principles. No one is saying anything about her policies. No one is saying anything about her lies. Okay, that's the biggest thing. Her biggest campaign is campaign is lying. Okay. Oh, Trump is doing Project 2025. That man said, no, I didn't. I don't have anything to do with that. I ain't even read it. I ain't got nothing to do with that. He said, I'm so far removed from that. Oh, I believe in women's rights. Trump said, stop acting like I got anything to do with that at that point. That's in the hands of the state. So whatever it is what it is. Talk to your state about it. That don't got nothing to do with me. At this point, it's just like y'all's reasonings. The math is not mathing. The math is not mathing, but still, just been making it make sense. Please make it make sense, because if we look at, even if you just want to call it the lesser of two evils, it's not Skamala. Okay? It's not. Breaking news, hate to break it to you, but that's the fact of the matter.
Disturbed and dismissed as far as I'm concerned. I welcome her to come on the show. I welcome her to have a phone call. I welcome her to do whatever she wants. Any Harris person wants to clarify some things. I'm an open book. I'm open to changing and modifying anything I've gotten wrong. We are investigating, and I'm starting to draw some conclusions here, but it is still an investigation, and I'm open to hearing any place where we've gotten things wrong. So, guys, unfortunately, next week I'm going to be on vacation. Unfortunately, I'm actually...
Oh, okay. So, boom. And that's the end of the show.
that we showed today, and support the show in whatever capacity that you can. Like, while you're there, just give.
Okay. So, yeah. That's our girl that gave us the end of... Oh, my watch later list was right there. Okay, boom. There we are. Okay, y'all. So that is pretty much... excuse me, gonna do it for this live. Because, yeah, we've been on here for 3.5 hours. I do thank y'all for tuning in to this live. Be sure that you like, share, subscribe. Tell your mamas, your daddies, your aunties, your uncles, your cousins, your brothers, everybody that you know, everybody that you see. Come tune in live daily with God and KD. Before we go, I do want to say our Course in Miracles. Ooh, and thank God for protecting over us during this hurricane. But I definitely want to say our Course in Miracles before we go, also because it works. And our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that others won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as God's children do. We are born to make manifest the glory of God within us. And it's not just in some of us, it's in each and every one of us. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. And as we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. With that being said, be good, be great, look good, and don't hate, okay? Like I said, I just wanted to do a quick hurricane check-in. It's supposed to be 1:30 Eastern Standard Time here. Like I said, it seems like it's really going to come down around 5. Hopefully around 9:10 will be good. And maybe I'll do a night live tonight. I'm really not certain, but we'll definitely see. Y'all know I will be back daily. So subscribe for the vibe so that way you are alerted when I am going live so that you can tune in. Subscribe so you can tune into our live chats and spread love because that's what a real mob do. Keep it gangster. Look out for your people. It looks like... Okay, so it looks like the majority of my subscribers are nowhere near the hurricane, and only a few of us are, so that makes me really happy. Definitely stay safe. Definitely praying for each and every one of us. Y'all know if no one loves you, God loves you, Jesus loves you, I love you if you love them, and in turn you'll love yourself. So that's for people. I'm KD, your divine cosmic cousin, divine cosmic cheerleader, all things divine, and I'm about to tap at this live, but like I said, I'll always be back. So a boom cat bye. I don't even know what the boom cat was, but I'm just saying, y'all, I already did my dramatic exit, so y'all know what time it is for me. Toodles.